to Disney Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master, August Schmidt, and with me, as always, are wonderful problem children. Say hello, everybody.
Hello,
everybody.
Hello. Oh, man. Crazy stuff. Hello.
Like twice if you need help.
Hello.
He's like,
Yeah, last we saw you guys.
Very, very pregnant. She is
Oh,
very, very
yeah.
scary.
No one wants to be near Thumbelina right
She's
now.
always very
She's not
scared.
doing
She's
good.
very, very-
So we've been watching the Johnny Depp trials.
That's what I was about
Yeah,
to say.
this
And
Every
he's
time
like,
I
you
hit
treat
a...
me like this once wife. I'm like, no, I don't.
Don't.
I don't throw
my
stuff at you at all.
Hey, we're not overly political here, but justice for John. He's an amazing person.
Yes.
Last we saw you guys, in the fifth layer of hell, the frozen lands of Stygia, ice and snow, fighting against Abe. Now, after Levistus, to free the curse from Mr. Incredible. Through smart planning on Kronk and Jim's part, being able to unite as a entire adventuring party, able to first successfully take down the abominable snowman, but then further not only freeing the curse, finding a pretty penny of loot, to be honest. Being able to get a lot of not only good gold, but gems for spellcasting, spell components. And when Hades and his goons showed up, unfortunately to destroy and kill Abe, you were all, though, able to escape safely. With the only exception, Mr. Incredible being downed by the rocks, and right when you shot out into this new layer, immediately, Kronk, you were asked to revivify, but Mr. Incredible, you are now alive. As well as with that revivify, you are actually the only one currently at... the only one currently at your full hit points, as leaving the lair, you have been cleared of all of the curse status conditions. It is not. This one is not a long rest. You just have to leave the lair of hell,
brings
basically.
you back up with 1 hit point. So it's really cool that he has full hit points.
Because it would have brought you back up anyway, and you were going to be brought back at full for cleansing yourself. I mean, you took a hard cleanse, and this is the reward: is your mind's now your own. There's never ever gonna be any of these horrible wisdom checks or saves.
Unless you decide to
Unless you
do
go
the curse
back.
again.
Unless you make
So
a
just remember, don't die.
minor sabbatical.
Yeah.
I know, it kind of sucks, doesn't it?
No more cannons for me.
Aw.
No more cannons for you.
Well, you could, but
One more time, anyway.
you
What a way
can
to
launch
go
yourself
out.
at a cannon at least once, kids. That's a good message. I'm sorry.
There you go.
This is how we get taken off YouTube.
Yeah, this is our strike of they're advocating for cannonballs of people.
There are worse things on YouTube.
Yeah, there are. Appearing, though, out of the swirling vortex of magic and mist, you all find yourself in a strange place. The air is actually rather cold here, but not nearly as cold as the frozen wastelands where you came from, is that first immediate tactile sensation on your skins. Seeing, though, again, no air movement is very stagnant and stale in this room you've appeared in about a 15 by 15 foot jail cell.
I forgot.
Bars extend on all sides of you. You actually see that immediately there are no visible, maybe shall we say, creatures or persons anywhere around you as far as you can see, because besides a simple long stretching hallway that runs by this leftmost side of the bars, just jail cell on jail cell on jail cell, shall we say. As you are all getting your bearings, I would love everyone to make me a perception check in this new realm.
I just went up in my perception.
You did, yeah.
I have a plus 16 perception.
I'm
Okay.
so jealous.
I know. 18.
18, that's pretty good.
Okay, let's see what we got more. That was almost a nat 20.
15.
Instead, we have a grand total of 9.
Of 9.
23.
15, 23.
Wow, you rolled really low.
I know. It was a 7.
Jasmine and Kronk, what you guys are seeing immediately, looking out, there are no locks on the jail cell. It's kind of the first thing catching both your eyes of like, you've like, whether being in jails or just knowing of them, it's not like a crazy thing. There's no like padlock. There's no mechanism by the bars. This jail cell almost seems to have been like built into the bars. Like there is a complete room made out of the bars. There's no like welding marks. There's no anything. Rather, this room seems to have materialized, shall we say. Mr. Incredible, remind me though what you got.
15.
15. Oh, so you're noticing that as well. Morph.
Do I
There's
still have Crown of Stars up?
you do.
Can I
I do too.
Wait.
Should we throw something at it? Like throw
Make
a
a
star
check.
at them?
Ah.
Can we do that?
Let's wait. We have an hour
We'll
with
take-
Crown of Stars. Let's hold on a minute.
Crown of Stars, yes, is still swirling. As you are all sitting here,
I was like, I kinda want to do
Thumbelina, there's something you're going to notice, but I will now say what you all see. In the hallway, standing about 3 or 4 feet away from the bars, seems to be a rather interesting looking tiefling woman. I'm seeing if I can pull up the official art fast enough.
Is this what our jail block looks like right now?
Yes, this is
It's very high tech.
very high tech, but again, this doesn't exist, right? This like panel, there's no panel. It's just more and more bars.
Yeah.
Where
I just
did
kind of expected
my?
it to be like nasty, rat
I
infested,
know,
and gross.
but I mean,
Here we
have
go.
really nice quartz.
Going to give you.
And then we had the mix.
Oh.
This is the woman you see
Oh my.
standing opposite you all is a rather interesting, like olive-skinned tiefling woman. Again, horns coming out of her head, wings off her back, light, gownish, almost like wild gown though, still very pantsuit. Unlike this image, it kind of brings in that simple, the V down blouse moving into pants. And she's wearing just those simple, like, black heels. As she's looking at you all, she does have this clipboard, and as we ended the last session, what you hear from her, come on in, we're just describing where you are.
We're describing.
Didn't miss much, you just missed
the
something.
Cool.
tiefling
Does
who
anyone know how to
contacted
use
us.
Excel really well? Because I'm lost. Sorry.
You're good.
So,
What you see, though, is this woman looking at you with the clipboard just, Imagineers, right on time, we'll have you process through, and we'll get you going.
Process through for what?
Nothing to worry about. Good to see you, sister.
Can I roll like an insight check on what this lady is and why she's calling me a sister?
Go for it.
Is there any resemblance between the two?
You three. Oh wait, right. That was part of the perception. Thumbelina's gonna get something here in a second.
That's gonna be a dirty 20 insight.
Dirty 20.
Can I do an investigation check because I'm specifically looking for a specific
Part of the perception in the first place. You guys look at it, it's just like this is just a random person. Thumbelina,
Oh no.
you look back and forth. The hair is very still that like almost olive coppery as well, right? It's very similar to her skin tone. The thing that strikes you though are the eyes. Because you look back, you see Jasmine has similar black pupil iris, very humanoid eyes, shall we say. And this woman, this creature, has like the exact same. It
It's
is.
the eyes, isn't
It's
it?
the eyes. Jasmine, on a dirty 20, insight. Why would she be lying to you? What's she trying to gain here? What do you think the angle is? No, it's an actual question. It's not rhetorical. What do you
No,
think?
I'm thinking.
Oh yeah.
I do not envy your position.
If anything,
Could I?
if anything, it's not necessarily like lying for an angle as maybe like it's the truth because that's what's gonna like throw me off the most, if that makes sense. It's like, oh, what's the angle? They're like, well, if I know this, then I say it, and that's gonna send you down a loophole, you know?
You start looking too. She looks like build-wise very close to you. She's not incredibly tall. This woman a lot more like lean, like skinnier in her like build. Besides, those wings behind.
Can I do a minor illusion? Okay, how big can minor illusion get?
About
Can it be like the size of Jasmine?
minor illusion for Jasmine would be too big if that makes
So
sense
if
for
I,
like a full
if I created
Jasmine.
Jasmine in one hand and the tiefling woman on the other, and I like kind of merge them together.
To like hologram like facial
Hologram,
recognition.
like to see where the similarities are, because if you're trying to figure this out, and I can see it in the eyes, and that's all I can see. It would make more sense if you were able to see the similarities,
Also-
especially since you can't see yourself.
You can definitely. I'll say it's easier too if you like just do like faces or like the heads. You merge over, and it's like the eyes are what overlaps perfectly. But then like just enough like in the nose, a little bit of the cheekbone coming in like across like the hair like her hairline, whereas Jasmine's has almost that widow's peak. Her hairline is a little more flat across. But very similar in using that minor illusion of like, well, here's a Jasmine, here's a this person.
Jasmine, I'm sorry. She genetically looks like you. It's a girl.
You got
but
a
not
sister.
Your not your baby.
Oh, is that our view?
Yeah.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yes.
We could get out of this easy, right?
Except that we
You know she's standing right there, right?
She's
No,
sitting
that
here-
was all in message.
Oh, and just, can we get? I will actually give you this, Jim, as well, and what because Kronk and Jasmine started noticing this. This room does not have any visible locks, lock picks, like mechanism jars. It literally looks
planned for us.
like not even like welded. It almost looks like this room just like spread out from existing bar and space, which is rather strange. What you're all then seeing is this woman kind of looks just. Alrighty, well, yeah, we'll fire up your paperwork. We'll get this chugging along and move you on through.
Do you have any estimate on how long this will take?
I'm just gonna make a quick like mental check. Honestly, 55 minutes, hour. We work pretty quick here.
Can I see the paperwork?
Sorry, that's confidential until we make sure we can verify from the judge's courts that you are not to be detained, that you were found completely innocent. We'll let you go.
You were found innocent.
That's what they all say.
That makes sense.
Would you mind clarifying the relationship a little bit? Because the last I checked, I didn't have any siblings.
I thought it was very clear. Both of our same mother,
Different times.
Oh,
When?
different dads.
I kind of figured that's what.
I'm sorry.
I know, I knew, but
like,
that's still awful.
The chronological difference between
Like-
a layer of hell and the mortal plane. I guess technically you're
Yes.
older than me.
Oh.
But
It worked.
chronologically here, I am 1,000 years old.
Okay.
Same.
And I will have you all know that's a perfectly reasonable age to be running a layer of hell.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Wait.
Yeah,
she's,
it is.
You're
You're
running
the
layer of
demon
hell?
lord here?
Yes, I am. Is that surprising to you? I'm sorry. Am I not?
No, it's impressive.
We
Yeah,
just didn't know who
thank
it was.
you. Well, hello. My name is Glacia. It's nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
You too, I guess. Do you mind me asking who your dad was?
Asmodeus?
That tracks.
Oh my god.
Isn't he the dude way down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sorry. Can't stay in chat. Gotta get you guys out. Be back in a moment. She heads off.
Hopefully we're just
Can
gonna
I
go
try
through.
and strength?
I once worked for a
bend
lady
the
who
bars?
lived 1,000
Go for it.
years
Make
old.
me a strength check.
Can
Or
I give him
athletics.
a help
either way.
action because I'm strong?
Yeah, make a strength check of your own to give that help action.
Is that okay?
'Cause if you get high enough, it will provide the advantage.
Right,
Is what
I
I
just
say.
want to make sure.
I'm
you
going to
get that
message
too.
Jasmine and just say, are you okay?
I'm going to just message back. What are the
19 plus
chances that
three.
Belial's crazy daughter is going to
Yeah,
like
you get
fake the
advantage.
paperwork so we get stuck here?
Ooh. More likely than I thought of until this moment.
Can you like
That
message
is
that to everyone else? Because I don't know if
18.
we're being watched.
18.
Or...
Even
Okay,
with your advantage,
yeah.
You guys
Well,
see
actually, that
Thumbling.
would have been a nat
Oh,
20
fetch.
because I have the.
Yeah, the
that's
crit
just
sound.
to
Does that
see
do
if you got-
anything to help with it being a nat 20?
As a little bend, like Thumbling, it's almost starting to get wide enough where you could slip through. You guys watch the bars bend back into place.
I'm going to
So
message
if we
to
could-
everyone.
'Cause I
If
mess-
someone could theoretically teleport a short distance.
Shadow traffic.
Oh,
Well, no, but
are you talking about me or did someone else?
I mean, there's
You can
several of us.
teleport too?
Several of us can do something.
Okay,
like
cool.
that.
So I am going to message everyone real quick and just say Jasmine had a great thought. Not so great actually. That Belial's daughter might have a grudge against us and decide to make us all guilty in the official records.
I mean, it's possible, but we should still wait it out.
What about
Right, definitely, but contingency plan.
Yes.
Braxton?
Yes.
Could you like get up right against the bars and then call your familiar to just like pop out?
Oh yeah,
On the
I
other
could do that
side.
right here.
And because they aren't going to be looking for your familiar.
Yeah,
They'll
let's
know
have
if we leave,
Mini
but-
Me teleport first to see if anything happens to Mini
Yeah,
Me
you wanna do
before I try.
Sure. He's dead immediately.
I'd really
As
rather not have to commit
Some
suicide.
you watch as like an intense, the magic. You won't see this. You normally don't see this with like Find Familiars, other spells. You watch as like the arcane magic that had pulsated out to a point beyond the bars with being summoned pushes out. You see like a stretch of bubble and slingshot back. The mini morph hits the other bars, dissolves into dust.
Oh, fetch.
I'm not doing that. I am not doing
You're up
that.
next,
to,
Morph.
Oh gosh.
Give
You
my-
still have Crown of Stars active. Sorry, that should
I
be
know.
important.
I was curious if I did Crown of Stars, everybody duck. I'm curious to see what would
Everybody
happen
duck.
because it would fit through the bars, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, a
See
Crown
if,
of Stars
like-
could fit through.
To see if if we can do any damage to it. I'm curious. I'm not trying to get out. I just want to know at this point.
That's fair.
You can Crown of Stars and you Crown of Stars. This is what's different. You see as it whizzes through, it dissolves and sputters as soon as it passes beyond the bars.
Okay.
I would like to give my best Captain Jack Sparrow impression, just like, like through the bars, like. Yeah.
Can I stick my Can I take out a knife and like stick it through the bars? Does that do anything?
You stick your knife through. Totally normal.
So we can stab someone through this. So we just lure her sister back.
What would
You
happen
grab
if you
her and we
stab
stab her
a
until
sword?
Can
she's
we
dead.
not plan to murder my newfound family?
My new
If
family.
we do that, how do we get out?
Well, that's so far. Whenever they die, a portal appears.
That's true.
What happens
Okay,
if
sounds
someone
valid.
sticks their hand through?
Well, I would think you would want to try putting something longer, like a sword, through it, versus before you put your hand through
You
it.
could try that.
But we just tried to stab
He
through.
did a knife.
Yeah, like putting the
that's
knife
fair.
through. The knife was able to get through. Like it didn't feel like there was resistance as you kind of put the knife
I'm
in.
gonna summon my quarterstaff that I have used once in this whole campaign and try and go.
At about 2 feet beyond the bar, the quarterstaff seems to hit some rubberish concave invisible surface and whips back around, fleeing by. Morph, you get that little whiplash of it. Boing.
Knocks me in the head.
Yeah, non-lethal damage, not damage all, but it's not like ah.
Grab Thumbelina and throw her through. No, I'm just kidding.
I grab Croc and throw him through.
No.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? I can't fit through the
We're
bars,
gonna use
though.
your head. I don't want to use my head.
Ah! Although Morph could probably fit through the bars.
I know,
'cause Morph is
I'm
just like a
really-
blob.
Do you want to go through the bars?
I kind of want to, but I also
Do it.
don't want to turn into.
Signal
Dust.
alarm.
Oh yeah, that's another issue.
Although if you did signal alarm, you just go right back and be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
am I that good at deception?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Morph, while
I
you're
got a plus
debating
8.
this,
That's not bad.
you guys see a demon in a large blue style cap, little blue vest comes along, just bangs up, doom doom doom. Hey, I see enough out of you. Walks
Roll
away.
intimidation.
Sure.
You just glower at him.
I haven't done it in so
Well,
long.
you have
It's
yet
not
to
allowed.
intimidate. Yeah, go for it.
I did it.
Good job.
That's
I
it.
don't know about it.
Where's
Nat
Proud of
20.
you, Braxton.
How do you always do this?
Oh no.
Is
You
it
see
that
this?
one?
No, this dude just. Oh, no, none of that now. All right, no, you see he pulls out a scroll out of his back pocket, which is strange because he doesn't seem to be wearing pants. So he pulls out a scroll. Boom! You see, rips like a tooth through the palm of his hand, puts a little blood on the scroll. All of you, the bars shift, and you are all now in a complete metal box.
Ah.
Nick, what did you do?
Now
rolled
they
a
can
nat
see
20.
us.
You scared him. He's very intimidated and scared, and so he's
Wait, what
locked
did
you
you do
down.
with that next 20?
He just tried
I
to intimidate
intimidated
him.
him.
Just trying to intimidate, and so this dude, it's like, oh no, like let's lock you up.
Though you are, I'm gonna be honest, you're a little less intimidating now.
That's true.
There's something about you
Yeah,
that
you just
seems
seem like a nicer guy.
more
So it's-
approachable.
Completely
Well,
like
your
metal
sword
panels.
recognizes
Like
you.
there is.
Complete
Yeah.
metal paneling.
Yeah.
There is now
Is
no.
there like a door with a lock?
Okay, this
Is there a way for his familiar to pop out where he can't see it? Like
You want
outside
to
the wall?
Oh
of the
yeah, I
box?
mean, like I can make it appear anywhere, but like,
Infinitely, yeah. So it's not
but,
even.
like
Well,
it's
you
gonna
could
take
receive
another
magic.
10 minutes for me to bring it back because it just died.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that's how familiar it
Because
was.
when the familiar went out, it ricocheted back with enough force to just gone. It was not sticking around.
I can bring it back, but let's let
Needs
him
to
live.
recharge.
He can sleep.
Well, I didn't know that's how
He's
it
so
works.
sleepy. So sleepy.
So restful. You see Free Guy?
Yes.
So
It's
restful.
such
We
a
quote
good
that all
show.
the time.
he's
So
sleeping.
good.
No, he's just sleeping.
He's resting in pieces. Sorry.
So restful.
I need to quickly check something.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I got that done. Yay!
As you watch Jim,
Ah.
after about a minute, you see your vision fade and you pass out.
Oh.
Hello.
This ain't right.
All of you see Jim collapse to the ground.
Medicine check like right now.
Medicine
what
check.
The heck is
He's not
going on?
taking Aaron.
Oh, frick.
What the?
Are you serious?
Again?
Anyone can make me a perception check
Freaking
if they'd
again?
like to.
I'm sorry, I think I missed.
I will roll
something.
perception.
Yep.
I'm missing it
I'll
too.
try. I got a +1, but I'll
dying.
try.
5.
That is a natural 1. I am panicking too
I
much.
also got a nat 1.
Oh,
Hey.
great.
That's what that
13.
means.
13. I will say this, most of you, it's hard to tell what's going on because all of you are starting to notice the air is getting thinner.
Is this because we don't have the bars for the airflow anymore?
Uh-huh.
Thumbelina, you realize there's no airflow in here. Jim, with the lowest constitution currently of the party, after about
Hey.
that minute,
Hey,
it's kind of like that suffocation rule of just like
if
no
you
more.
open up the bags of holding, there will be more air.
Only a little bit, but yeah.
Only a little
Lay
bit.
on hands. Give him a point.
You're passed out. So you're not like in any way dying. It's just you are passed out, and after enough time, bad stuff will happen, suffocation wise.
Guys,
like,
my intelligence is
knock
my best stat. Can you
on
not
the
let me
wall or
have
something trying
sustained
to
brain
attract
damage
attention
from drowning?
to us?
Yeah, go ahead and
Or
make me
suffocating.
a performance check to bang on the metal wall. You've got about like, it's been about 30 seconds so far.
11.
While Jim is passed out, I'm going to put this back.
Oh yeah, you're good. Boom, boom,
Thank you
boom.
again, Nick.
It kind of reverberates the sound through you guys. You don't know if anything happened.
Can
as-
create holes to mend what we need it to mend?
No, unfortunately, that would then it would not be an ending. It'd be holy.
Is this a
Uh,
large
Could
object?
I?
The box that we're in, does that count as a large object?
In terms of which kind of spell?
Animate objects?
Anime object. So the object you're trying to command, non-magical objects. Unfortunately, this is magical.
Dang it!
Does
Can
anyone
I
have
shatter
dispel
it?
magic?
I'm checking. I'm checking.
You catch it. It hits and dispels
Are
against
you
the bars.
kidding me?
Did you just try to spell magic?
No, shatter.
Shatter.
I have to spell magic.
Try to spell
Morph.
magic.
I am going to try and cast Dispel Magic.
1 second. I need to just. Hook passes out. Jasmine, you feel darkness fade over your eyes. You pass out.
I'm grateful I upped my
Kronk, you are
constitution.
still
If
up.
this is how you
Morph
kill the
is
party,
still
I'm
up.
gonna be really pissed at
Thumbelina
you.
is still up. You're just
I cast
passing out
spell
again.
magic
This isn't
right
suffocation
now.
yet. This is just literal
Mhm.
lack of oxygen.
Yep.
There's just certain checks of like however like
Yep.
ability modifier your constitution is when you pass out.
Thanks, Nick.
Okay, so I cast Dispel Magic. What happens?
You cast a spell magic, hits you right back in the head. You take a point of damage.
Shit, day!
Can I take the sword of chaos?
Did you cast it at like lowest level, or were you gonna try to roll
Oh,
for it?
can I do it at 5th?
Cool. You take 4 more points of damage.
Ouch!
Casting a higher can deal more. As this happens, so yes, more Thumbelina, Nick, more Thumbelina, Mr. Incredible. You 3 are like starting to see that like spots in your vision.
I untie Jim's bag of holding just so that it's open and gives us more oxygen because it does give us more oxygen.
You get a little bit more time.
Mine as well.
I'll untie the one that we just got as
So
well.
we've got 3.
I mean, mine's teeny tiny.
You guys don't have
Um,
create air?
Unfortunately,
I just tried to
you
spell
2
magic on
and
the
Hook
box
are
and it
still
didn't
out
work.
though. But again, there is now a little more air in here, giving you a little more time. Oh, and Kronk, you're still up as well, easily.
Is there like,
I'm gonna get
is it like
CPR,
a solid
CPR.
box?
You see Jim with a little bit of air. You wake up.
Okay.
Is there like a solid box, or is it
Solid
like
box.
there's
Dispel
a door?
magic does not work.
A door.
It doesn't work in my 5th level.
either.
I'm pretty sure this is like we'll just not keep the air out until they all pass out and then let the bars go back.
What if we pretend to pass out?
Could we?
I would do
Let's
it.
do it. Let's do it. Okay,
So,
we're gonna try this.
here's what's gonna happen. You can all pretend pass out. I would need Jasmine. You're actually passed out, so you help auto succeed. Will the 5 of you please roll me a
That's a 19 plus.
performance check?
Not
Could I do
deception.
deception?
It's you are trying to look this because it's something you're physically doing. You're not saying this. You're like putting on a
Okay, that's still like
performance.
21 because I rolled a
Still
19.
21. That's still pretty good. Yeah.
Can I just lie well enough by saying I'm passed out?
Oh no. Roll me a nat 20 and sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, right.
I passed
Anyways,
out.
performance.
Oh no, the heat. And
So
just
14 helps.
14.
Even though I'm gonna pass
Okay.
out in 10 seconds.
You will
anyways.
actively be passing out soon anyway,
Yeah, in
so
which
that,
case.
that will help. Eventually, you'll be passed out. Kronk, what'd you get? 19.
22.
22.
Dude,
Um,
we got this. What did you get?
10.
Oh.
Cool. All of you pass out. Jim, unfortunately, after a few moments, you do actively pass out. You close your eyes, and it's that horrible when you close your eyes, it makes it worse. Of like, oh no. The 4 of you.
Oh, is this your sister's baby? Oh my gosh, I'm so
Oh
happy.
my gosh.
It's a girl, right?
Kronk, Morph, and Thumbelina. You guys hear steps, boom, 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 walking towards the cell.
Wouldn't he hear them as well since he's...
I'm getting there in a second.
Okay, okay.
But as you guys hear the cell, something stomps in front of your cell, and you pass out.
Shoot.
Mr. Incredible, with the highest constitution,
Oh.
you feel as it's getting really hard even to pretend with when there's no oxygen in here. You hear something opens on the wall, and you just hear, "You idiot! They're mortals. They need oxygen."
Is it the same voice?
Yes, you can tell this is
Oh my
Glacia.
god.
As Glacia, as like that wrenching metal as the bars seem to come back. Mr. Incredible, you are the only one awake, but you are feigning unconsciousness currently. You see though, just all right. That should help. Don't. You see, just like turning to another figure that must be there. Don't close the bars. These aren't our normal inmates, and they're being processed. It'll be okay. Just let them sleep for a moment. You hear 2 separate sets of footsteps walk off in the same direction, and after a moment, Mr. Incredible, if you want, you can try opening your eyes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
As you do, the bars are open back to their normal, width. But as you said, you're the currently only one awake. But no message I need. You see, everyone is breathing normally, right? There is that natural progression of the rest of the party. What would you like to do?
Thank goodness.
Could I open my eyes early enough just to see if it's the guy that I intimidated that was with her?
Yes, I'll say like that little peek, that half peek. Yes, it was that same demon.
Okay.
So do you wake us up?
Yeah, I'll wake him up.
All right. In that, waking up one after another, because it just takes an action
We're
like
like,
shaking.
Wait, did you guys actually fall asleep?
I thought we were faking. We're method actors.
Had to try. As you all
That's awesome.
breathe back into a conscious again, your brains, it hurts a little if you've ever lost oxygen. It is a little bit of that, like, your brain just kind of naturally needs it. But as you are all
One of these days,
sitting
I really
there,
want to know the anatomy
Morph needs oxygen.
I know.
Morph has no lungs, but Morph needs oxygen.
Morph needs oxygen. Fun fact, you have now learned, in the worst way, you breathe.
Do you actually like inhale, or does it just like go through the skin?
It's
Can I roll
like
an
how
Arcana
frogs
check?
like absorb.
Yeah,
oxygen
Arcana
through
or
their skin.
medicine, like that magically, physiologically,
I
like
feel like
how does this
Arcana
thing...
would be better.
Arcana would be better,
I'll help
like,
with Arcana.
for
I'll
magic
help. I'll
check.
help him.
Okay, go ahead.
Make your Arcana. What'd you
That's
got?
a 16 plus 12.
So I get advantage.
You got your good advantage.
Okay.
Plus
So
11. Forgive me.
so let's see. It's a low roll. It's just a 33.
Just 33. Jim, as you conduct
He's like-
experiments, like putting like your fingers like through Morph, you create like that weird donut Play-Doh ring on his, like starting to like
Morph, can you
move,
pump
kind of
this
hold.
bucket of water?
It's just-
Do you still breathe?
I
I
don't-
don't know, do you?
I might be able to absorb oxygen through the water. That'd be interesting to experiment. Can we
Yeah.
try that?
Do you want to try that?
Yes.
Is there any water?
Where's your bucket of water?
Can I conjure one?
You conjure a bucket of water, and as it
Yes.
disappears just as soon as you conjure it.
I hate
Okay, so I reach into the bag of holding and grab a bucket.
Okay,
Then
here's
I
my
reach
bucket.
into someone else's bag of holding and grab some water.
Someone else a water
this.
bottle.
You didn't need to drink this, did you?
Sure. You half fill. Morph, you get under the water.
Yes.
Morph, after about a minute, you start joking.
Dang it.
As you see, like,
Yeah.
when Morph first goes under, breathes out, there is, I will say on 33, the slightest little bubbles that seem to rise to the top. As apparently there's some, like, microscopic aeration in Morph's skin where when you breathe, it just naturally penetrates through and penetrates
I
out.
have
Like,
to wonder how much he's thought about this.
a lot!
I need
Oh,
to
it's a
know how
lot.
to kill Morph, so I need to know what Morph needs to
So
survive.
Morph, yes, you do in fact have the possibility of suffocating
so
when
are
you
the
go
ba-
inside things.
Are
If
the
there's-
bars there?
The bars are here. It's back to the
Okay.
normal width of like what it
Okay.
first was. So like Thumbelina, you couldn't get out. Morph, you might be able to slip through if you wanted to try.
I'm not sure I want to try. I
So-
really don't want to
Can
go the way of
I?
mini-me.
What kind of pockets or bags and or anything does the guard have on?
The guard. So what you saw, besides the hat and the vest, it didn't seem to have much. It did pull a scroll from somewhere, but it was just kind of
It's
that
a
like
fanny pack.
maybe like a fanny pack behind him, right? Something like a small little side satchel. But he didn't have any weapons. No like external like cloth or marking. Like
Cool.
seemed like a dude in a hat and a vest with maybe a pack behind him, you know, to pull
So
something
I'm
out.
a little bit
If
distracted
someone
by
could
me.
bring
Can I try
him
and bring
over
something
here?
out of me, like one of my actual items, and see if it's wet? Since I
You
just
try to bring
purchased-
something up, nothing comes out.
You want him over here?
If you could bring him over here, I could maybe try to pickpocket him.
Okay, I need to use the bathroom. Bad. I'm just gonna start yelling. I need the bathroom.
Yeah, dude, when he needs the bathroom, he needs the bathroom.
We don't get in the way, Mr.
I
Incredible.
need the bathroom.
Please make me.
There was one time I was in the middle of
This
the
could be a deception check because you were verbally now stating like I need
Can I try and help him? Like, it really doesn't smell good. Please,
I have
want this in here.
prestidigitation. I can make it not
I'll say,
smell
like,
bad.
And I got a 17 plus
None
8.
of our spells work.
That's a 25.
None of the spells work though.
But I
For
just tried
presti-
deception.
For
Morph, you can then physically go.
It really
He
does
needs
smell
it.
good.
He's serious.
He's gassy.
Okay, Mr. Incredible.
you said deception.
Deception.
Right? 17.
I should have lied and said I didn't use the bathroom.
This guy can make an insight.
You don't even use the bathroom.
Oh
here
no,
they
I'm
didn't
not
bring it.
falling for that one again.
Someone should go over here. I'm gonna need the bathroom. I'm just going for persistence at this point.
You hear the guy.
Just annoying.
Listen, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, pee in the corner.
You're gonna be the one that has to clean this mess up.
Oh no, I'm not. That's the next guy's job.
It's not gonna smell good. It's not number one.
You hear though, Mr. Incredible, as I'll say, you're at that corner of like towards the left of like this is where they walk down. You do hear though. It's all right. I got it.
What? What?
As walking around the corner in a smart little blue vest and a hat that is already burning away from the obvious disguise.
It's been like 5 minutes. What can we possibly have done in the last 5 minutes to piss you off?
Nothing at all. You've been good little Imagineers in here. Good job.
Then what are you doing here?
To offer you a choice.
choice.
I'm being nice to him.
Question: does Hades have any obvious pockets, satchels, or pouches?
No!
Hades isn't standing close enough to the
Oh,
bars though. That
goodness.
and no, right now he seems to have just that like
you
normal
just had to
rope.
beat a 23 to sneak past him, right?
I think it was like a 29 or something.
Oh,
Guess we got an insanely high roll to go.
still
past, yes.
doable. My
You
lowest
see-
roll is a 27.
You
Reliable
see,
talent. If I roll low, below
I
a
do
10,
get
just
bored,
automatically
little
roll
Imagineers, little
certain
heroes,
things.
and I just cannot decide what would be more fun. Arendelle, Seporia.
That is so rude!
I know. I'm just joking.
If we give our opinion, will he do the opposite? Or
Well,
will
he asked
actually
Rapunzel which country to target, where he would target all three, and so she had to make a choice, and it
You see,
sucked.
Hades
Sorry.
is looking
I'm
at just.
so sore about that.
I gotta send my forces somewhere. I gotta wipe a nation off the planet that's been a thorn in my side.
Ooh, I've got an idea.
Seporia or Arendelle?
I've
And
got
if-
an idea. You could send him to the underworld. They've been a pain in your side for a real long time.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Don't worry, Thumbelina. I'm already
Because-
taking care of Neverland.
So, oh frick, dang it.
Seporia or Arendelle?
August,
don't
can
know
I do
what's
an
important
insight check
is.
on him? Because I'm seriously wondering. He's a
Make
very
an insight
powerful
check.
god,
It is.
so
The country where we had the fighting festival. With all the people.
that's
Can
only a
I do
19.
history check to see if this was like anything to do with the list that we got?
Yes, you may.
19.
19 on the insight, the dude is playing the worst mind game of I'm making you choose.
But why doesn't he just do both?
Why? Because he wants you guys
He wants
to
to
feel
hurt us
horrible.
emotionally.
Because if you don't choose, then he will do
Such
both,
a-
and then it's still your
Oh.
choice. 12. A history check, Mr. Incredible. Seems like it, but these are new names. These are not this is not the list you had first, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. But it seems like in that that wasn't on the list, but maybe that's part of the reason. You see, hey, just give you 20 seconds.
Can I roll? This is counting towards the 20 seconds right now.
Seporia?
Do we know
Or
which one has
Arendelle.
greater forces that could fight off them?
I'm gonna do a history check on that then. Like, which is more statistically important for
10
us?
seconds.
Okay, history check. That's a 16 plus 10, 26.
Arendelle might have more forces.
Go
Okay,
Arendelle.
I'd say no.
Seporia.
Get rid of Seporia, yeah,
Seporia,
because
yeah.
Arendelle would be more useful.
Seporia!
For us.
Excellent
I
choice.
hate this. I hate this so much.
Have a fun family reunion.
Hey, can I ask you another
He steps
question?
backwards into the shadows. Disappears.
Such a.
Fun fact about every party has gotten a choice like this.
Are you serious?
I feel like this is revenge.
Also, can I ask why
No,
did he
no,
ask?
This really is. Oh man, this is revenge.
And it's not coming from Hades.
I know.
No, it's not. But why did he ask Megara?
Because he wanted to piss off Rapunzel more.
But I feel
Actually, no, you know what it
What
is?
about you?
It's he knows Meg wouldn't have been as bothered by it, and
No.
Rapunzel's too good and is the one it would have most hurt.
By
Okay.
by
I'm like-
soloing out Rapunzel, it could have been that very dark, like I'm really trying to hurt you. For you guys as a whole, it is that like here, make a fun little group decision. Isn't that fun? Like team building? No, it's all meant to be a horrible mind game and a horrible choice. That's no insight check needed. The dude's being evil right now.
Kill Hades.
Kill.
No, it says it right
Kill
over
John
there.
Lennon.
So we've been told that we're here for your mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Once.
the courtroom, right?
Yeah, I think
We'll see how that goes.
Is there any way that you,
'Kay.
like your sister, could have contact with her, and we wouldn't need to go through her?
So,
Oh.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna accidentally spill like 200 gold pieces just right outside the cell.
You've got so much money now.
Like,
I
I'm gonna
know.
have Mr. Incredible like knock me over, and just like
Can I
right
accidentally bump
outside
you?
the cell.
Yes. If you would both like to give me that joint performance of like,
Well,
oh my gold.
I was hoping for deception.
I've fallen and I can't get it. The deception will come later. First is the performance to make it look real, and then what you would say is the deception check following that.
Okay.
Oh, not 20.
16.
Jim,
He's like
the
a
Shrubble
second
full
best
actually
mate.
shoulder
Yes.
checks you, and with that, yes, gold goes everywhere. You, in fact, think it might be a little more than 200 pieces.
It's
Wait, that
actually
wasn't.
1,000 gold
Mr.
pieces.
Incredible really put that full, he said it with his chest.
You know right away that it's not even deception. It's like, oh shoot, I'm so sorry.
So yes, what would you like to say as the coins fall?
Crap! No.
Go ahead and now make me a deception to make. You have advantage with the deception as you succeed in the performance.
I rolled a 5 twice, but because of it's a 19.
It is a
because
19.
of reliable
I
talent.
love
Thank
that.
goodness for
Well, it was the same time as boss. You hear. Guy. No, what's all this? That
Dude, that's my gold.
That's your gold.
Yeah.
What
If
is
you
the
could
point?
give me some, if you could pick it up from me, I could let you have some, I guess.
Are you trying to bribe me?
No, I just want my gold back.
Oh, well, I like bribes. He starts he
Okay.
pulls out of a small thing from behind a
I
little push
immediately
stand.
try to pickpocket him.
Go for it. Give me a
Nice.
sleight of hand.
Oh, you're asking a rogue for a sleight of hand? Yo!
What?
Natural 19.
Plus
Yes!
17, that's a 36.
Here's what you
I'm
find.
Dude.
Just like full pat the guy down.
Yeah.
Pat. Taking things out, putting things back. You find two things. You find an ID badge. This creature is named Rackograk, or Rackograk, as you might say in common. Rackograk, you see he is about 3 millennia old.
Okay. it's fairly
Been
young.
working here. You can tell by
Part-time,
the
full-time?
full time. You can see this is kind of like his
Any
main
benefits
gig.
that we know of?
This is
Uh,
his dead end job.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You see, he actually resides in the 4th layer of hell. This is kind of just like his main job. But again,
Big commute.
work hours are about 200 years each. So like once you've worked here for 200, I mean it's you don't have to commute too much when you're here basically the whole time.
Fair enough.
Um,
That sucks.
this is all the ID badge. Here's what else you're gonna get off of him. He's already taken out his small little push pan and broom. Push broom and dustpan. There's the words.
That's what you do.
It's on the
clean up
page.
afterwards.
He is, because he's going to be sweeping up this gold. You also find a paper scroll
Okay.
that has dark incantation written around the edge,
Okay.
as well as a small little lunch that seems to be oozing red liquid from the edges of a sandwich.
Oh, jelly.
It's not jelly. Okay, can I do an Arcana check on the scroll once he, while he's distracted,
While he's
or
turning-
once he's
Yeah, you can move to the back, so behind people. Go ahead and make me Arcana. You guys see. Oh, jeez, this is a lot of gold here, buddy. You certainly
That's
lucked out.
also a 36.
The scroll is insanely magical. The way the paper and ink almost seems to move and shift when you.
Do I have
Move
an
around.
idea of what it does? Is what I'm saying.
Earlier, you saw when Mr. Incredible did his thing, the demon put blood on it and somehow shifted the bars of the cell.
Okay.
But you see just. Oh well, all right. Do you want me to? There's a lot of coins
If you
here.
could count it for me, that would be great.
Oh jeez, alrighty. Let me get out my spectacles. You look down, and realize you're holding the spectacles that were instead.
Sleight of hand those back.
Give me a roll.
Good luck.
That is a 27. Yeah, 27.
These bastards. He is looking back into the. Fell out already. Gosh dang it. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3,
I cast Identify
4,
on the scroll, so I know exactly
5,
what it does and how it works.
6. He's gonna keep counting like that the whole time.
Okay.
You cast Identify. Identify. A key scroll.
Actually, no, I don't have Identify. I am.
Right.
I
Right
have
away.
second level
Identify.
Morph would have to cast Identify.
Would it work in our cell?
Thank you. Before I just give you that morph as you cast
No, I
Identify.
didn't. I wasn't going to.
But
because
yes,
I-
it would just it
Yeah,
fizzles
I was
out.
going to say I'm not gonna waste
Inside
another
the
spell
cell.
slot.
Okay, so with my
person that doesn't
36, do
work.
I have any understanding how I might be able to control this spell, or if it's just
On Thursday, it's mostly just like, again, the demon it used blood. There was a bit of that somatic, he like did kind of a sign with it that like may have been assigned to close, but you're not sure, unfortunately, without stuff like identify or other ways of knowledge, what
is it
might
in
still be needed.
a different language? Are things in different language, or would it be easier for someone who is more of a spellcaster than a
Is
rogue?
it in Abyssal?
I am a wizard.
It
Well,
is
okay,
an abyssal.
I
Oh yeah, so
remember
what I
you're
would
a
give
rogue.
though,
That's what I remember.
Morph
yeah.
and Thumbelina, while it's in abyssal though, the language around the outside is more just stuff of like, which shell this pertains to. Like, you're quickly realizing, sorry, let me pull that up.
No, you're good.
You guys are in cell 7,616,205. And that is in block 27 of layer, which is like one of the demonic alphabets, going down about 50 paces.
August, can I bleed? Like every time that I've been hurt, have I bled?
Do you bleed?
Do you bleed?
No, that's a
Yeah.
genuine question. I wasn't
Sorry, I'm a
bleed.
nerd. Morph, unfortunately, you don't think you bleed. It's more just like you become disrupted.
Oh,
Wait,
gosh.
where is
Can I
that
borrow
sandwich?
someone's blood? I have blood. What am I saying?
Where's that sandwich?
Guys, look.
We don't have it.
I'm just gonna prick
The
my
sandwich
finger.
had red stuff on it,
Yeah,
right?
he's got the lunch. with
Well, I
the blood.
doubt that. Okay, it's probably blood, but. Okay,
Is it
but
blood?
I'm just gonna prick my finger just very
just
lightly,
put
and
it
then do the scroll and do like a.
blood on demon paper?
Do you,
I don't know
you
about that,
officially
bro.
prick your finger? You go to prick your finger.
Okay,
As you start pushing harder, it does not penetrate.
let's
your
try and use
skin
some of
currently.
the blood from the sandwich.
Take the sandwich.
You ready for this?
The
You're
sandwich.
You're all gonna feel quite silly
And then
second.
I open it.
Open it. Your hand feels sticky. You sniff. This was jelly. It's just I flavored that to be funny. Quickly, oh no, they're gonna think it's blood. So not hard though. Just what?
August,
No, it's like, oh, that's
Okay,
a preserved
cool.
crap.
August, I always
Cool.
carry blood on me.
You try to bring it out.
Oh, I couldn't.
Okay, so
This is the
I
best.
immediately message
It's
everyone.
spicy.
Okay, so what's gonna happen? So Mr. Incredible is gonna grab this guy, and we are going to all attack him at the same time.
Why don't you try pricking your finger outside of the bars of the cell?
Question. Would Mr. Incredible's hand fit through the bars? Because I do not fit through the bars.
Here's the thing. The way to get your hand through is it does require like a bit of finagling, like getting your arm through. Because Thumbelina, it's also more. Here's what I'll say, just to keep like normal decency. When you have like you've got your clothes, you've got your backpack, you've got all your stuff, it's impossible. If you were to like completely be naked, dip yourself in like canola oil and try something, yeah, you could try to slip through. But it's more like for most
Where
people
is that
where you try to like.
Jabberwocky oil.
Right, it's like
No.
it's like
No.
that's why Thumbelina you couldn't get through.
Well,
For
that's
most
the
people,
problem.
it's you're
I
trying to
have
like
it, and I can't
move
summon anything
your
out of
hand just
myself.
enough, and that's why you can get about a foot through most of you from like your hand or like for a knife putting it
But
through.
So
again,
could I do
wasn't
this
the
then?
plan to just wait?
So
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, like, is
Wait,
he
wait,
gonna
wait,
give
wait,
his
wait,
goal
wait,
back?
wait, 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 wait,
Like,
wait,
Wait, your message is working?
204, 205.
I
August,
sleight of hand like
message is
50.
working.
Message is working.
What the heck?
Are they
As you
listening to our
message.
messages though?
No.
So is he getting close to like the end of the coins?
Oh yeah, it looks like he's got about like 30, 40 left.
Could I sleight of hand some of the coins he's already counted into the pile that he hasn't counted?
Make your roll.
Oh, that's really.
It's a 27.
27.
Reliable talent. It's amazing.
You put about 40 coins back.
So
Just
what
enough to.
What if we tried to get him to give some of the coins back and I grabbed his arm?
But you can only barely, like...
You can't really. Can you move it up and down once it's through the bars?
Okay, no. I'm gonna go to this guy, dude, and go, dude.
219, 220. Yeah? Oh.
Yeah. So, I am part vampire, and I'm starving.
Oh.
Could I pay you for some of your blood?
Oh, I don't know the protocol on that though.
Just-
That must be really bad.
Well, like, I will give you 10 gold coins for just like.
Oh no,
and
buddy,
ask-
you don't have to pay me. Let me.
It's okay. I could go check my rule book. I don't work in the vampire division, but I could tell you what the protocol. We might have a spare blood or something. But no, I'm not gonna charge you for it.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Yeah, I'm
ridiculous.
starving.
All right, I got this. Well, all right. 200 and I think I said 19. I'll be back.
No, you were at 237.
I was at 237. Make me a deception check.
Not about the vampire thing.
Oh, yeah, this is about the coin.
19.
19. Maybe. All right. He walks away.
Okay, try to prick your finger outside of the cell bars.
You want to try to do that?
Sure.
You prick. Your finger bleeds outside the cell.
Sorry. I'm just really happy that worked.
Okay.
This is a fun puzzle. I love it. You guys
do
figured
we
things out.
wait for him to come back with blood?
Just
or
try it.
Fine.
He's going for it. We don't know how long. It'll take it
Tell
forever
me what
to
kind of
read.
symbol you make with your hands or finger or how you do this. What's that closest to?
I'm kind of like how you like zoom in.
Yeah.
Or like open it on an iPad.
Work.
Just, ooh.
The jail cell. Jim, all of you realize the space between you all has suddenly increased by about 15 feet.
Whoa!
As this jail
It's
cell,
so
which was
awesome.
about 15 feet, is now, you zoomed out,
Zoom it in just
is
so it's back
about
to
like
normal.
a 80 by 80. Do you want to zoom back in?
Zoom it back to normal.
You,
No, he probably wouldn't notice.
yeah, because you're like, all right. No, that didn't open anything.
I'm gonna do like a little circle.
Oh no!
I
He's
grab
gonna
onto
switch
the
to gravity! I'm fine.
You-
You and I are fine.
Shoom.
Oh,
I need everyone to roll initiative.
I thought like a deck save or something.
Initiative!
Oh, that's gonna be fantastic.
Not that great, but I've focused on the scroll.
17.
17.
29.
No! Jasmine! You
Well.
are so boss.
Alrighty.
I got 12 as well.
Jim, you got a 12. What'd you get, Kronk?
17.
17. Jasmine, I'm so sorry I missed you. What was that?
29.
29.
Think she goes
Uh,
first.
Morph.
20. Dirty
20. Dirty 20. Mr. Incredible.
10.
And Thumbelina.
12.
12 as well. What
Hook
about-
is going to roll. He
Oh,
just
yeah, I forgot about Hook.
he's just been chilling for now. And finally, this thing.
Forgot about
Where's
my
Russia?
All of you see
We don't care about
What
this
layer
thing's
are
going
we
on.
on again?
Immediately
Well,
tumbling
I
into
briefly
your cell.
saw
A hole opens up.
So it's
Oh,
Boom.
no.
like
Something
this
drops
level
in. The hole does.
Okay.
As you do the circle, it like open closes. Like you think just like doing it is like a chung chung.
Oh, so I just let something in.
Yeah.
A giant, excuse me, a very large two-headed demon pops into your cell. You see, hey, what's going on? Oh, what do you mean what's going on? Well, look at it. Well, look at what? Look at these things. Oh, you think this is lunch? I think it's lunch.
Try swirling your finger the other way.
Let's not do that yet.
Jasmine.
Make it bigger. So we can just run
Well,
away.
I don't particularly want to be lunch, so I'm going to start.
I don't want to be lunch.
Actually,
Speaking of lunch, can I have a roll?
Go. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, it's a pain in the butt to get out of this corner.
Expand.
I am going to.
We're in
start-
full combat.
I can't wait for this.
Yeah, you know what? I am going to just attack first.
Go for it. What are you attacking with?
The Jabberwock dagger, because it does magical damage.
Awesome.
Oh,
but
that's
you can zoom
gonna
out
be
too hard,
29 to
or-
hit.
Just like
29 to hit. I have
Yeah.
to say this. Would you be trying to like stab, slash, or bash?
Oh, because I also meant to check. I'm assuming one of these people is also within like 5 feet of this dude, so I'm gonna get some attack.
Yes.
Yeah,
You get,
okay.
Jim, you put the room back to normal before doing this other thing. Because normally this has bludgeoning, or excuse me, piercing damage. Like, but we're going to try to like slash, or is it just like
no, I was
stabbing?
probably gonna stab.
Even on 29, boom, hits the skin, doesn't go in.
Interesting.
You see, hey, yo! Trying to stab. I
So-
think she's trying to stab us.
I am going to bonus action dodge.
Go for it. Hook. My gosh. Hook's gonna make a quick insight. Wow. You see, he goes. Obviously, they don't want us to hurt ourselves. Takes off his hook and with the stump, crit punches one of these heads as hard as he can for bludgeoning damage. The demon takes damage.
Because
Boom!
I couldn't stab myself.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! What was that? I think he hit us! And you see Hook just like, damn straight! Boom! Goes in, hits again, not a crit on his second one. Still does decent damage for his, basically unarmed. It's just unarmed Hook, is how I'm flavoring this. Does a good bit of damage though to the demon. Like, the demon, like, took 2 solid hits to each head. Morph, that's your turn.
Question. You let me summon my quarterstaff earlier.
Yeah.
Out of me.
Yeah.
But you won't let me summon blood?
Where did you summon the quarterstaff?
When I was at the bars.
Yeah. You were summoning it to go outside the bars to do stuff.
Wow. So,
Can
If
I
you-
go into the bars? Not quite out of the cell, but in the bars?
Make me a dexterity check.
Crap.
it was nice.
Actually, we'll call it acrobatics.
More.
It was nice to
Not
know.
any better.
We liked you while you were still around. But after that roll,
Acrobatics.
Morph is dead.
Animal
That
handling.
was a 1.
Survival.
Look at Morph.
Ooh.
Morph.
I am dead.
And this is why we should all take luck
You
points.
know when we just talked about cannons?
Oh
You're
no.
about to be catapulted, my friend.
Oh,
Can we make a luck check to see if she's catapulted into the two-headed demon and does
Oh, I'm
damage
going
to
to.
it?
I'm going to be making a luck check. I just have to grab some dice first. Because you're on a natural 1. That
I
fails by a
know.
lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It was a really low DC, wasn't it?
12.
I'm gonna die.
Morph. Sorry. This is amazing. Morph, you take 21 points of damage. All of you watch Morph trying to like nestle into the bar just enough. Morph, you suddenly just hear all of you see that arcane like slingshot-esque magic. Pew! Bun, 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 bun. I'm going to make just a check, see if unfortunately it might hit anyone, not just the demon. Morph's
It's like
now pinballing around the room. As Hook just boom, prison rules, die. He gets hit upside the head for half that
Morph is
damage
over
as
here,
well.
prison riot!
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm just saying, I kind of wanted to punch him for a while. Now I can be like, okay, now you're his dad. We're
Well, fair.
happy with you.
We're even. Kronk, that
No,
makes
that's not the
your
evil turn.
turn.
No, that was just my
Oh.
movement.
Dash, try again.
Straight up, dash, try again.
You are?
Yes.
Make me another acrobatics check.
Even after you took, like, how much damage?
19 plus 3.
A nat team.
A 22.
Yes.
Cool. The DC is 21. You succeeded.
Oh my gosh.
Morph. Oh, you feel dizzy. You are on the opposite side of the room after that. You nestle in like slowly and nestle just in where you think like maybe you're kind of like outside the bars, but not too much.
Excellent. That is my action. Wait.
That's hilarious.
Did that first thing take all my movement?
Wait.
Yes.
You're, out-
Okay, just make
you're
sure.
outside the bars. You could probably cast something.
Yes, I know.
But that was
And
the movement and action to dash to
However-
go back.
Okay.
I do have a synaptic static in my
Well, no,
diamond.
didn't you have Crown of Stars up from
Which
the
I
last fight?
I could use that as a
That's a
bonus.
bonus action.
I'm gonna use Crown of Stars
As
a
Crown of
bonus.
Disappears as it goes back into the cage.
Well, that's.
But
See,
that's
I'm
still
so
important to know.
confused.
It's,
Because
there's
it's
an infant
up.
magic field.
Could you
No, but it's
dispel
up,
magic on
but
the...
yet we can't release
cage?
them.
I already tried when we were in the box.
Yeah, but you're outside it now.
That's true. I'll try that next turn.
We'll try it. All right. Kronk, that is your turn.
And I'm gonna yell, sorry!
My turn. Okay.
So yes, because Hook is just giving that like, all right, prison rules, right? He's even taking off his hook. He's just going like kind of bare fist bludgeoning. What would you like to do though?
Oh,
And seeing Morph
so-
pinning around, Hook starting to like 1v1 just punching this dude.
Oh, that was so
I'll come
funny.
up from behind and join him.
Go for it. Roll
You
it.
have your warhammer.
You have your what? It is
that's
bludgeoning.
I do have
And
that
it does
too.
But if you
Radiant
want a
damage.
prison fight,
I do kind
You
of.
want to
I
okay.
was
So
gonna say,
question:
Yeah.
any of her melee strikes deals a D8 radiant damage.
Mhm.
Does that still happen?
Yes, it does.
So could
'Cause
she
you're-
smite? Because it's not a spell; it's an ability.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
could beat the crap out of
Paladins,
this
you guys
guy.
can like bludgeon with your normal
Like how
fist.
we made this guy fall in, and
No,
just
it's-
slaughtered him.
To be fair, yes, we made him fall, but we would have left him alone if he hadn't tried to eat us.
He was gonna eat you. He's very
He
hungry.
very much initiated the fight.
Oh, he was gonna eat
That's
y'all.
true.
Punch that
Kron,
guy.
go ahead and roll your hits there.
Is she flanking?
Oh yeah, right now with Hook, yeah, you're flanking with Hook. It's a
roll
medium
at
creature,
Advantage.
so you get advantage. So I don't have a map set up because I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting
So
you to.
your unarmed strikes are going
August,
to be
we're the
what
problem
you roll.
children.
I know you
Plus
are.
your
You dubbed
strength.
us this.
What if I do this?
So,
Oh no.
and then, does she get proficiency on unarmed strikes?
With the paladin.
Here, can I?
Don't believe so off the top of my head.
It's still a 22.
It's still a 22. A 22 will hit if you want to
Because
check
she
that
adds
out.
her strength, right?
It's adding your strength. Yeah, but I think unarmed strikes. It's like monks,
It's-
and if you're
yeah.
taking certain abilities
So
to give
it's
your proficiency.
1 plus your strength for an armed strike.
For
So
most
you-
other classes.
Yes.
So
you
it's
may
still
as well
good,
just
though. On a
use your
22 you
hammer
are
if
gonna
you
hit.
can.
And so
But
you do,
like, it's more fun to punch the dude.
it is more fun.
That is
So go ahead though. Give me your second attack, which also has that flanking, because you get to attack twice.
That's a lot less good. That's a 13.
13 misses. But on that first one, you can smite with it to deal extra d8s of damage if you'd like.
Yeah, so you automatically get at least 1d8 radiant damage.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so the base damage is 1 plus your strength, so you
So you're
deal
doing a
6
base
damage
6.
on the hit.
Okay.
And then you roll the d8, and then if you want to add a level or 2 of smite, you can.
Okay. Well, So wait, this was smite.
No, that just naturally.
That's just your like natural
because
inner
you are a
paladin.
paladin and you're
Yeah.
at high enough level. Naturally, you're just dealing radiant
Mhm.
damage.
Cool. I'll add some smite in there.
Okay,
Go
what
for it.
level?
I'll add some smite.
Oh yeah, because you have some higher levels now
so
too.
this is, I believe.
Good lord, this poor creature.
I don't feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him.
He was gonna eat us.
It's more like if you guys were just one-on-one punching, but it's the fact that like 2 paladins who can magically smite punch into this dude's nose is aren't gonna feel great.
Okay, let's see. Divine Smite.
Jeez
2d8, but
Louise.
it's improved.
I'm just gonna cast it. I'm just gonna do it at first level.
So it's 3d8.
3d8 at first level?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty great.
I've already
You've
got.
already rolled once. You're
7.
gonna.
So she rolled a 1 on the
Oh,
first
okay.
Yeah.
So you
So
roll
that's
3
7.
more d8.
Okay.
So that's 12,
5,
17,
2.
19 damage.
19 damage. Jeez Louise.
Oh.
This demon, you guys watch as Kronk. How would you like to start punching this deal? Is it like prison style, just kind of like dirty fight, or would you go more boxer style?
Yeah, don't just prison fight, I guess.
Full like sidearm, boom, boom, boom. You start going at it. This dude, you hear across the jaw
Her fists
of
are
the
technically
first one.
magical.
Yes.
Are you serious?
As you, Kronk, you think you broke a jaw the first one, boom, hit him again in the chest, both heads cough. The dude's looking hurt now. As Kronk, you just start prison punching this dude as hard as you can. Beautiful turn. Jim, what would you like to do to this thing?
First of all, I'm just gonna look at the paper and just to give us more room.
Everyone make me a quick dexterity saving throw. It's not a
Me
big
too.
DC.
Everyone gets plus
Everyone.
4.
Everyone does get +4. You're close enough.
No,
It's
we get
plus 5.
Plus
no,
9.
Wait,
Plus
we get
nine.
+9.
2 paladins. Auras.
Sweet,
Auras.
I
Is it
need
a
that.
dex saving throw?
Yep.
Saving the. Oh shoot! With the +9, you
So
automatically
34.
succeed.
You?
You can't.
Do I
It's
get to do
a DC
anything cool on
7.
a
It's not
34?
terrible.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I make
Like
it.
even on a fail, you're
What did
still
I
gonna be
roll?
like up and up.
Oh, 15.
All of you watch as immediately what was about
I got a
50 or
35, so So
What would have been like that, like natural 5 feet in between things, or like when you come up to get in range of like a long-term punch. All of you feel vroom. You are now 20 feet away from each other, so you're now 20 feet away from this demon. So is Hook. Jim, you're now by the end.
I'm still in the bars, right?
You are still in the bars.
Good. I would be really mad if it weren't.
Yes.
It took a lot of work.
That would go poorly. No, something else would have to happen to trigger you to get out of the bars, like you doing something or Jim doing a different thing. Using your action though, Jim, to boom, pushes this. I will say, Jim, do you have any other bonus action or movement you'd like to do though?
Well, I mean, was that my action?
That was an action, unfortunately, because it's a magical thing to like move this.
Should have asked that
But still
before.
very smart. It did give you guys a lot of breathing.
I just. Does my gun work?
You, as the bullet fires, boom, clangs off the dude's head. It does like enough of that, like ow, like what was that?
He's paying attention
He's got a headache now.
Yeah, oh yeah, it gives him a headache, but doesn't pierce.
You
skin.
disorient them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Throw them off the rhythm.
Okay.
Um,
And then I guess that's it.
but no, good action will give you guys a lot of room because I was gonna do some stuff here. Thumbelina, that's your turn. Fun fact: this demon rolled the worst on initiative. He is going last after you, Mr. Incredible.
How far am I away from the demon?
Now only 20 feet.
Okay, so I want to use my. Okay, can I do a dash action? Okay, I'm gonna ask. Can I use? Oh no, I have 60 feet of movement. I
Yeah, I do.
forgot. Okay, I'm gonna do this first. So I want to like fly over them, grab one of their heads, and knock it against the other one. And then I want to go back. And
Prison rolls! For both of your attacks,
And do it the other
your
way.
2 attack actions to knock their little heads.
So
Oh, that's amazing.
I can't find anything about unarmed strikes, but monks doesn't say that they have. Let's see. It doesn't say they have proficiency in unarmed strikes. It just says that they're able to use their dex instead of their strength, and a D4 instead of the normal damage. So I'd assume because we are fighters, like we've all trained combatants. We
I
have
will
proficiency
then
with punching.
triple check though, but I remember though, because we've worked with Rapunzel and Riot in the other campaign, there is proficiency bonus added to
Exactly,
monks.
but it doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that though, but unfortunately how I feel like it should be ruled is because monks, again, you're training to use your fist. Other classes, because it's like you're taking them proficiencies in like martial or melee, I don't think there's like a proficiency.
I'll look online, but
If you want to look it up, that'd be fine. That's just how I'm ruling it right now, to be fair. Thumbly, we're going to make a post strength. Because, yeah, this dude doesn't want his head hit into... Oh my gosh.
And that's a 9 plus 4. That's a 13. So great.
You succeed on the first hit. This is going to deal your base like an unarmed strike, but it is going to start disorienting the dude as well.
So my hit dice is a D8.
Or no. So your unarmed. So this is going to be your strength plus 1.
Straight. So like
So 5.
5.
5. Let's go ahead and roll again for the other head as you come back around.
Yeah, so everyone has proficiency in
That's
unarmed
18
strikes.
plus
Interesting.
4, which
At least
is
that's so
20.
far. I found 2 sources that say that. That's 3 sources there.
You guys watch Thumbelina for boom, boom. Eyes spinning. This demon and it's like kind of scaly-ish skin out of the 2 heads. Looks so bad. You've probably imposed a disadvantage on some of its attacks as you've now done severe head trauma.
So does
Hey.
that count as an action as well? I'm just
That was
curious.
your attack, using both your attacks to one head after the other is what I'll say. And yeah, with movement, you're never leaving the opportunity range. You're just dragging the heads into each other. Ow!
Who is next in the initiative?
Mr. Incredible is.
How far away am I from him?
Only about 20 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement because that should be about 20 feet, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna give him. Do you want bardic or do you want combat inspiration?
You've already like bested these guys in strength, right?
Yes.
Could you drag them to me?
Could I drag?
I'll say
him
you
to
successfully beat both heads. You want to
I'm
drag
asking,
them?
can I do that in my action with what I have
Sure.
left?
I will say, no, like, beating the heads out, because your goal was to grapple the heads, you can drag me, Mr. Incredible.
Okay, I'm gonna drag him, Mr. Incredible, and then again, do you want bardic or do you want
I'll
inspiration? It's a bonus action.
Take What's the difference between
Bardic to any sort of checks, whether to hit or ability.
Okay.
Combat, you add it to your damage.
I'll take Bardic.
So,
Yes.
in the PDF version of the player's handbook I have, the unarmed strike is labeled under simple melee weapons,
Ah,
which everyone
yes,
has
yes.
proficiency
Everyone
with.
does have proficiency with
But
fist.
in the physical copy I have, it's not there.
Interesting.
So technically, we all. Have
I think what I'd say
see-
is, yeah, I think you would just then, everyone should naturally be able to have
Because
it. Is
we're
what
trained
I'd say.
fighters.
You're all trained fighters. You've trained to punch things.
Yeah.
It's a light melee weapon. It's your fist. It's part of you.
and it is just one bludgeoning plus your strength.
Yeah.
Unless
yeah.
I get sneak attack
So-
with it.
Unless you
Exactly.
can sneak.
But the thing with
So-
monks is they've trained their bodies so that their unarmed strikes
Are
deal
dealing
actual
magical
damage.
Yeah. It's to be magical. It's to
A
deal
D4
more.
at base, and then it becomes a D6, D8, D10.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
So
Mr. Incredible. This
when
team
she
is not
drags
right.
them over to me, could I just like grab them, like, or
Question.
would I still have
Go.
to do a strength?
Monk,
You could post
barbarian,
Opposed strength, yes, because
Quick
like
question.
and then,
Are we
like, level
saying
up
that
to the
proficiency
max.
applies to attack?
and
or
then
to
you
damage?
just say
To attack,
and you're
not
just
to
one
Okay, I was
punch
gonna
it.
say
No, no,
why?
monk
make
paladin.
me an opposed strength.
That makes a lot more sense.
Rogue.
Here, do you want the- here.
August.
I'm sorry, I stole it.
August. Character
Oh.
idea.
Sweet.
A monk paladin rogue named Saitama.
No. No. Hard
Just one punch
21.
20.
with the lucky
Mr.
feat, so
Incredible?
he's more likely to crit.
You
Oh my
have
gosh.
well and grappled these
Okay.
creatures.
I would like to intimidate, like from between the heads, be like, "Or lunch, huh? I eat chumps like you for an appetizer."
It's prison
Please tell me you
logic.
bite
You go
him.
and you fight the
Prison
biggest
life.
guy.
Find the
I would
biggest
like
guy.
To take the feet, and I would like to put the feet through the bars and just be like, "Everybody duck," and then let go.
You gave us the environment. We're just using what you've given us.
It's like WWE where they go against the.
Yes.
Boom!
I love
Clothesline on the way by.
Okay,
Yes,
over
like
the
you
phone.
said.
Yeah.
It's prison
Okay.
law. You've got people.
It's
sitting-
prison
They've
rules!
got-
August,
it's not-
he
Give me-
specified not where I am.
Give me first your intimidation.
Okay.
You're trying to scare these dudes.
You could do some Belize's intimidation. It won't be as good.
Hmm.
26.
Oh my
Does he
You-
hang a little bit?
This creature is leaking some sort of liquid out of its ears.
Oh,
no,
it's
no,
all
no,
over
no.
your
Good thing
hands.
I'm grabbing
So
the
bad.
feet.
You grab the feet. You grab full grapple, push through. Again, the feet don't go naturally. You are kind of like cracking, twisting feet to push through the bars.
Oh.
I'm gonna make a pure luck check here.
Oh
Dear
my
Lord.
gosh.
Do you release?
Yeah, I release. Pull, and then I let go.
Oh no.
Oh, this is horrible.
Oh my gosh.
It is, but oh my.
This creature, now looking well and bloody, all of you duck as boom, 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 starts ricocheting off like Morph, but not as cute. Because with Morph, it's like bubbly, like boing, boing, but this you hear crack, 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 crack. As this dude's body is hitting metal over and over, and the metal's rejecting it backwards.
Oh, that's horrible.
This was supposed to be funny for Morph, and now you've turned it into a weapon.
Are you surprised, August?
This demon doesn't hit any of you by pure luck again, just like dodging around. It's its turn. Stands up, clutching so much.
Who does he go after? We've all heard him.
I know. He only has his bite attack. He doesn't have his weapon on him.
But if he bites, it doesn't hurt us.
I know. So it's
Does
just
he have any teeth left?
He does have a few teeth in both ends. No, so fun fact, he's going to be making, instead of a bunch of
Why
bite
do you
attacks,
have ears?
it's going to be just some
Just
unarmed
out of the-
strikes from him. Let's see, who's close? Oh, right, the luck check. So fun fact, Jim, he's closest to you currently.
Cool.
This dude is just, is gonna start swinging. Oh, he has disadvantage from you, just like, already like clanging his hair. That's one miss.
Oh, that's
That
so
is
awful.
another miss.
Can you imagine him trying to hit you like?
That's a definite miss on the natural one.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
you crying?
This dude. I'm gonna mess you up, fool.
Wait,
Easy.
if he had
Like,
that one, did he hit himself?
yeah, but like there was no dad. It's like, no, stop it. No, you stop it. This dude can't land a hit.
Oh, this is so
Um,
horrible.
I know what's going on here. You see walking back, this guard sees.
I turned into a piece of glass.
Help!
Now that's let me. Uh-oh.
What? Aren't you gonna help us?
Just a moment.
I
Oh, no.
So I'm a piece of glass. I am mostly
No,
invisible.
you're just a thing in the bar. He sees this all. Is trying to grab his key card.
Help! Like we all start yelling, help!
Oh yeah. Let me grab someone. He has to run. He doesn't know where his key card is. Dude runs back down the hallway. Jasmine, it's your turn.
Well, yeah.
Excellent.
Just so that they can't like locate object.
So,
wait, are we
how
still
far
initiative?
from this demon am I?
The demon's still alive. It's like really bad, but man, is it technically
I wonder if you
alive.
have to put the cell back together before they come because
How
they
far
won't
away from
open
it am
them.
I?
20 feet.
Okay.
This is amazing.
And I'm assuming it has. No, you know what? I think it has people 5 feet in it. I'm gonna hide anyway though, so I can get advantage on the attack roll.
Trying like hiding behind people or
Yeah,
like.
Well,
so
I'm
I'm
right
going
next to him.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I want advantage, not just.
Well, if you get like behind him, that's flanking.
You could flank.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So I'll just do that then.
Gotcha. You can, running up flanking will give you the exact same thing.
24 was the higher one.
That is.
Oh, so I'm gonna like
Punch him
use-
with sneak.
No, but
Sneak
can I
punch.
just punch him with stick? I was gonna try and like hit him with the pommel of the dagger, so it's still that like blunt force damage, but not the pointy end.
Bludgeoning, but not the pointy end. Yes, that will give you a
Because
D4.
it should have that like weighted.
Yeah, like yo.
Excellent.
Shoot.
So I
And
get.
sneak attack.
And sneak attack.
So do I get the D4 from the dagger? Or
Yes,
like,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're using your
And
weapon,
then
but you're
sneak
like
attack, but
suffering where it wouldn't be like piercing, which can
Yeah.
give maybe some of the magical effects of the natural blade.
okay.
Hitting someone with a big old stick hurts.
Question.
Yeah.
So we're unable to stab him or
Yeah.
pierce him.
Mhm.
But if I were to just like put the gun in his mouth, that'd be like ping pong. Like
Which mouth?
would that be like? Probably the one on the right.
You can find out on your turn.
Oh gosh.
Make him swallow the
43.
bullet at Mach 2.
43?
Magical blunt force damage.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, you're
You
so
guys-
cool.
Jasmine
She's
comes
alive
up.
enough for that ever
Full on
to
just
know?
like boom! Elbow, full dagger, brunt force in, goosh! Hits down, dents one of the heads. Like it's just mama, I want a milkshake.
I wouldn't
In
expect
the
him to
morning.
Kill one of the heads, like just the other one. That's awful.
You see, Jasmine, as this hook comes up, just
Wait, don't you have 2 hits?
no,
No,
Rogues
rogues
only
only
get
get
one
one.
unless you start
Oh, okay.
multiclassing. Hook walks up, just,
We're too broken otherwise.
right, bitch.
Yeah.
Boom! Punches him. Demon
Sneak
drops
attack would be worse than the
unconscious.
first hit.
That's fair.
You are all out of initiative.
Okay, I'm going to try to dispel magic on the cell.
You tried to cast.
Yes, that's the
Outside.
third the spell slot, the lowest I can
You.
from where I am.
A third level fails, but doesn't dissipate. It just fails.
Ooh. If you
So
go
it's just
9th
gonna-
level,
What does that mean?
the higher. If you go higher level,
Shouldn't
it
she
would
have
work.
rolled for it? Oh, did you roll for her?
You said at a third level.
Dispel magic has to be rolled. I thought counterspell did.
No, they
Well-
both do.
That sucks.
Counter spells in the moment. Dispel magic is after. This demon's unconscious. I know.
I loot the body.
You loot the body. Cool. You find absolutely nothing as this dude was just wearing an orange jumpsuit.
Okay, does he have any like cool spikes or?
Yeah. There's like broken off
They're like,
spikes on
yeah,
the
you
ground.
guys are innocent. There's a dead man on the floor.
He attacked us, officer.
He did.
Should we try putting the cell back to its normal size?
Cells back to its normal size.
I'm going to use my last 5th
I'm using-
level, and do Dispel Magic once again.
Spell magic at a 5th level. Fails.
Oh, I'm cursing.
So, long rest?
It's a
Long
natural
rest?
one. I'm so sorry.
I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
I'm sorry.
I could actually-
This dude's just unconscious on the floor. You guys hear footsteps are approaching.
No time.
I
Hey,
turn
hey,
into
hey.
glass again.
Hey,
Actually, can I?
I don't
I
know
see
what
who it
happened,
is?
but he just kind of like appeared. I think he was trying to escape.
You see
Never mind. I slip back into the cell.
Glacia
Actually, no. I say
and
Maria because I freaked out because there's bodies.
Glacia and the guard come back. Just, I don't know. You see Glacia just, enough! Who has the card?
Question.
to Glacia or the DM?
No, to the DM.
Yeah.
If I do the woo, will the bars hit her?
No, so the space while it expands inward does not seem to. That's a free. Like, it doesn't seem to affect any of the space outside the cell.
It's
Okay.
the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside.
Can I message my crew and be like, I'm gonna try to open a gate?
Please don't. Can we not
No.
antagonize her?
No.
No.
No. Yes, no.
You're like, if I can find the right door, though.
You can give me a key, or
Can
we could
I
hold you here for another
make-
couple years.
So can I make a minor illusion of it on the floor, so Jim can
Oh.
pretend to pick it up and give it back?
Oh, no.
Or can you illusion just
No,
outside
I
like
think
on the floor?
She's a
Um,
little-
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
can't.
I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
I can
yeah,
use
yeah.
spells, can I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim, please give it to her.
Can I sleight of hand it into the dude's pocket?
I will tell you, you will need a nat 20, but please try. You need a nat, because like
Like,
he's
please
looking
try.
for. They're actively like, what's going on? Because he's like even kind of looking at himself.
Does
She's
Jasmine
looking
give
at
me
all of you.
advantage?
Jasmine, if you want to make a sleight of hand, if you get high enough, it will offer advantage.
Well, here's the thing. The lowest I can roll on sleight of hand checks is 27. So I'm reliable talent. So I'm
talent.
assuming that auto gives
The
him the health
lowest
action,
I can
right?
roll is 27.
Cool. You need a nat 20 for you though.
But he gets advantage.
You get advantage. Could happen.
You can do this.
You never know.
Roll the dice.
We don't know for sure.
Oh gosh.
Okay. And
Dang it.
Oh, you rolled the same number twice, which counts as an add 20 in some rules, right?
in some rules, the here does not. You just need one.
Dang it.
What did you get though total?
Total is
27 plus 16.
that's a 33.
No, not 27 though, because that's your mod.
Sorry. Well, no, it was a 16 plus 17. It's a 33.
A 33.
I did the math right. You just
Yeah.
You slip as it's going past. Oh, it's in my pocket. Hey! Alrighty. Oh, thank you very much. I was wondering where this went, buddy.
Dang, I kind of like this demon.
I know.
Listen, just-
too.
Do you want to stay here and fight like toddlers? Or would you like to be treated like adults and I can give you a brief tour while we finish processing? Since it
the
seems
brief
you're,
tour would be great.
since it seems that none of you can handle yourselves
We're very
alone.
Well, have you met your
For the
sister?
record,
That
I did
shouldn't
not
be
condone
surprising.
any of his shenanigans. He just did things regardless of what we said.
Yes, but I do not condone any of your things that you're obviously doing.
Oh.
Quite obviously, it looks like you all had quite the time with this other inmate.
He was
He
trying
attacked
to
us.
eat us.
You see, she takes the paper, does a bit of a circle, as well as like almost this downward like zigzag. A hole opens below this creature. Out of sight.
That's how we got him in here.
You see,
Should we
she's
try to get another one?
well. Best
Brief-
foot forward. She takes the paper, as if turning a key,
Oh my gosh!
and you all are. Zoom, zoom. Doors slide open, creating about a 5-foot entrance. You can all
Am
walk
I still
out.
kind of
Can I
stuck
just
in
like
the
shake
bars?
her hand?
Yes, you are. Or give me a deck save to get out of the
Can I
bars.
have help? Can someone help me?
Can I
please?
pull her?
I don't think we can help on deck saves.
Oh no, you can't help on this.
Someone
It's a
can I just
dexterity
shape-shift
save.
into a puddle of water on the
Wait,
floor?
can
and then-
you have +9
You
though.
still get
I have a
+9.
plus. Oh, I got a +9.
You got a +9 with you.
I need it.
So your lowest roll right there is a
That was
19. It was a
where-
10.
Yeah, it was a 10. I'm like, it's not a 10 anymore.
10 plus 9, so a 19 plus
19.
whatever your deck save is.
Ha, +3, 22 again.
They're making it. All right. Well,
I'm
oh, it would have been
standing
funny.
next to both of you at all times.
I'm
Pinball morph.
With your guys' bonus and my evasion, I can't be touched.
I can't be touched. All of you, Morphew slip out
Just
of the
like armchair
bars.
shit.
I'm
Um,
just gonna take a break. I'm just gonna rest on top of Jim's head.
It's a little
I
like
just
pink
give her,
scramble.
give her a little scratch.
Yes. That like back rub scratch, just a little like. You see, Glacier just. Are we all going to act like adults?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me.
Evelina, are you
older
legally an
than
adult?
her. I'm millennias old. I am older than her technically. She
So
should
are
eventually
you
be like
able
an
to
Which
act like an
chronological?
adult?
Which chronology are you using? Are you using mortal time, fairy time, demon time?
I'll leave us.
That's logically impossible.
Hey, Mark. Hey,
Mortal
Marcus.
time, I am millennia.
Excellent.
Fairy time is different.
Being millennia old though, demon probably makes me older than you.
Except I'm older than Jasmine.
Yes, but Jasmine was born in a mortal chronological time. By the current of events being my birth after our mother came to the layers of hell, technically she's older than me.
Speaking of Mom, have you seen her recently?
No.
I'm
She
going to
she
try-
starts walking, just kind of
Okay.
assuming you guys might follow.
That's fine.
Cool.
I'm going to try
I'll
and
follow.
shapeshift on Jim's head, see if I can.
As you are outside of the bars, all of you, you can shapeshift.
Cool. I missed that.
Time to murder.
Time for murder.
We were already doing murder.
We were, you guys already like the demons probably like was just sent to some sort of medical ward because you guys knocked so much teeth and bone out of place.
But the
Oh, he's
experience.
But
not
the
dead?
experience. No, Hook didn't do lethal damage because
Good job.
it's prison
To
fight. If you
bludgeon
kill in
someone
a
to
prison,
death?
you're gonna get so much more in trouble.
But that gives us XP.
Yes, there is experience that was gained from that fight. Total of 5,000 experience actually, if we're being very specific.
Beating the crap out of
It
something.
feels like a lot for just fighting.
Well,
it's
but
split
divided,
between all
yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
I do kind of divide.
Well, that's how it works. Yeah,
yeah.
it's divided between all of us.
No fun fact, DMs can choose to make it not divided. It's the worst rule of all time. I do not like it.
I usually do is give a slight bonus to the person who kills it.
Right, like if some exactly like if you're the one doing like maybe the final blow or the most damage to it, it makes sense. But it's also the same thing applies when you're role playing. Like, oh, you did a really cool moment. Anyway, sorry, I'm not gonna get into
Now
that.
you just throw out experience altogether and go by milestone.
Milestone's really nice. As you guys see Glacier walking, anyone can follow, and while moving through, you see after a moment the bar seemed to open up into a larger courtyard room. Layers of prison seem to be shifting up and down, like shifting and metal grating over each other, stacking in different ways. You see there are inmates, shall we say, of different demon, fiend, you actually see what might be fae, like, small winged creatures, things with like pointed ears, things with fangs, things with claws. There is no rhyme or reason to the inmates
I'm
down
gonna
here.
message to Jim.
While you're walking?
Well, I mean, she's on top of my head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna ask. Hey, did we find out which layer of hell my body was on? Because it seems like there's a lot of potentialities here.
I glance at the compass.
Compass is pointing as you kind of move towards Glacia.
Okay, we're still going down.
Okay.
Still gone.
That was a good
And not to like totally
Thank you.
sound retcon or anything, it's been kind of that way so far. Of
Yeah, I
like
know.
once you get close enough, it's that like okay, not here because it's my greatest desire is to keep moving forward.
You got a
Apparently,
good point, though.
good point.
I'm like, there
Um,
are how many millions?
You see Glacia moving just
I forgot about that actually.
That's literally the only reason me and her are down here.
And
I
Rod.
never forgot.
And Chronic.
Well,
But
I
Chronic
kind
got
of forgot
hired.
about that.
Yeah.
He's a
um
mercenary.
Yeah,
It's
I'm here
the
for
best
wish,
purchase
so-
I've ever made in my life.
feeling a little underpaid, not gonna lie.
you see
Don't worry.
You just got a
Um,
lot of loot.
And I've done a lot of murder.
in this like Malbolg.
Rocket never murdered anything until now.
Glacia describes how this is Malbolg, the sixth layer of Tartarus. That when going through, it has been completely gutted and magically shaped using the help of Asmodeus and other devil lords to
I like what
create
you done
a
with the place.
prism system. As you Glacia, thank you. It took
Very efficient.
quite a many millennia before even my birth to create something so beautifully efficient to contain those that are wrong.
I kind of like her and I kind of am annoyed by her at the
It's
same
like,
time.
you would
I
annoy.
can see the family resemblance and also the personality resemblance. Yeah,
Excuse me?
it's just you and Jasmine. I can see it.
I'll say both, like, it's that, like, Jasmine and her both, like, look at each other, look back.
I feel like he's trying to make that an insult in some way. I'm not sure how.
There's
no,
no
no.
resemblance or insult at all, honestly. I wonder if he's trying to compensate by using humor in a tense situation.
Oh, I like but I also kind of humorous.
Yes, no, it was not humorous. It was, in fact, not a humorous comment.
Good, we're agreed.
Very agreed.
I
But
really
with
like
Jeff's just like, what?
Oh no, there's two of them now.
That's just, that's
Have
just
you ever seen Bones?
yes, it's a very,
She's separate.
no, it is very, it's
She's
kind of,
legit Tempe.
it's very similar.
I was thinking
You
of
see
one of
walking
my
along though,
Sam
she just,
Sam characters.
we process through inmates, of course, through an intense course,
I can't remember her name,
re-
but Wax's wife.
putting through, she says, we are not simply a institution for the collection of damsels. We do, in fact, rehabilitate, re-educate, and reform our prisoners here. Most go on to work in different layers of hells, usually in the army services or in other various, like, civil matters in the layers of hell. But we pride ourselves on our 10,000 years of reform.
What does a demon have to do to get thrown into demon jail?
A demon, not fulfilling their demonic oaths, their
So,
demonic
like,
passions.
be a good person
That sounds so cute.
That is highly subjective. That is why we have the
by
fourth
mortal
layer.
terms.
If you're going by mortal terms, anyone could be considered to be a prisoner here. We mostly go off of demonic oath, unlike your paladins, which I can see you have two of. Mostly an oath of a demon revolves around their being. It is in relation usually with their name, with their habits, with their
Okay,
style.
so if they were to break a contract.
Exactly. Contract breaking is a very punishable offense by demonic devilish law.
Okay.
You can also be punished, though, if unfulfilled contract or malcontent is held by your employer or contract owner. There are also other ways if crimes against the layers of hell, as you were all brought up on charges of, but were able to be considered
Her
not
name's
guilty.
Lauren Hill, so.
Okay.
But she's like, oh yeah,
Cool.
So
Please
does
come
that
with me.
mean that you got
Do
the
you-
paperwork through? Because she just like said the verdict.
The
on something,
paperwork is
right?
going through. I'm showing you. It is a show of good faith to not keep you in the jail cell where you'll stop murdering other inmates.
It was an accident, and then the fight wasn't. But yeah.
Yes, that's usually how fights occur.
Yeah.
Yes. You see, as she walks through, eventually you guys see a beautiful glass elevator. You notice, of course, cables are stretching upwards and downwards. The elevator is actually quite roomy. You see, she steps in. All of you can enter in, having that room.
I know how to break
So-
these.
You see, she says, I'll be taking you to my office. She presses a button. You guys see the elevator descends downwards. Says, I pride myself on making sure that I am with the worst of the worst, as mortals might say, to make sure I'm truly showing my power and authority in helping the reform. As you guys pass down, you see the style of inmate does seem to change, going from like more managers to a lot more demonic looking, one would say. Again, starting to see kind of like you guys saw, like multiple appendages or heads, a little more slimier, scalier, scarier, on fire, things like this. That, whereas there might have been a collection, it's definitely of one kind as you start getting further down.
So as we,
About, like, just asking her to let us through.
so as we're going down, I would actually like to message her.
Oh.
So that nothing's
Yeah.
spoken out loud. But I do want to be like, so you're aware that Hades is trying to take over like every layer.
Oh, undoubtedly, I'm not stupid.
Well, yeah, I figured. And he's been playing kind of like us against that, but also for our goals. And so far, that has resulted in the death of every leader of the layer of hell, whether it was by us or by Hades directly, or his.
I see. You are afraid that somehow I am in a line of fire and subject to death.
Yeah. So like, I don't want that to happen.
Well, please rest at ease. There's one very simple difference between me and the other lords of the hells. I'm not dumb.
You know,
Uh,
I was totally expecting you to be like, I'm already aligned with you.
Yeah.
That's what I thought she was gonna say.
like, so have others. Others have been
Cool.
aligned with him, and
You
then
know, I respect that.
Okay.
You see, as continuing downwards, again,
I'm not
you're
done.
starting to see also less and less inmates like out in this more courtyard. A lot more are starting to be in the
really like
cages.
her.
Sorry, yes.
Can you keep
1 and
friends,
2, you
please?
guys
Oh,
both
I
had.
know.
Oh, did you not have something? Sorry, I thought you raised your hand. Yes.
So like all of this stuff is still going on, but I'm thinking internally because when she was sort of giving the lecture earlier, she said something about. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounded like you can She said that thing about like demons' names often relating to their demonic oaths or whatever. So like, would that be something like if you knew a demon's name, you could like roll an insight on like their nature or whatever?
Well, knowing a being like that's true name allows you to like basically have some sort of control over them.
I know, I've
There's
been
always
trying to
control.
collect
But
a list of names
again,
and you
so
won't
could
let me.
it also be that insight
In terms
like,
of a demon or a devil, a true name might involve more of their personal contracts or personal oaths. Like, unlike more like we humans, we choose names that either represent of like our families, our passions, our ages. Demons are kind of that way, but it's more of their like their bonds, their oaths, right? You know, it's why Skullcracker is not just a name; it's an oath. He has sworn this oath to crack skulls, right? Like that's what Skullcracker's known for. That, and if he stops skull cracking, that's where then these justices might come in and be like, "Well, Skullcracker,
What are
you
doing?
named yourself Skullcracker. This is like the oath you've made. Doesn't seem pretty on par with the course that you're not
Yes.
cracking skulls,
Start cracking skulls now.
right?" And
Was that the name of the guard?
that was not the name guard. You didn't.
So
You didn't get what would have been his common or true name. It's spoken in a common tongue. You got Glickaglork, which unfortunately could mean a lot of things as opposed to what he has oathed himself to. But
curious.
yes, Jasmine.
So here's the thing, because I really remember the beginning of this season because it was a little traumatic. But so that like when I like first confronted Raja about being a demon or whatever, there was a name that he gave me that had like a bunch of K's in it that I can't pronounce, but I sort of remember it. Would that sort of like could I roll an insight on that to be like, oh, what does that mean?
Sure.
If that makes sense. I feel like I'm at a disadvantage because like it's not in a language that I speak, and so it's like if
It
I
is.
knew the
For those
translation,
who
that might
speak
help.
Abyssal, if we heard that name, could we try and
Right now, unfortunately, this is all in
extrapolate
Jasmine's head.
it? Oh yeah, this is just
But
me
like,
asking.
if you know Abyssal, it's possible to figure out the translation.
Interesting.
It's not like impossible. It's much more probable to be like, well,
Yeah,
yes.
that's fair. I was just curious.
Yeah, that's not an especially good roll. It's just gonna be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's not great. It's just a 20, which is, usual passing on hard things. It's got to mean something in common. I mean, most things do, right? There's always going to be, like, separations. What you get is, Kakakanak is,
I knew there were a bunch of gays in it.
it sounds like, it maybe like a verb is kind of what you're getting, and so, but, like, honestly, Skullcracker is also technically, to crack, so it's like, but this one seems a little more verb-esque, of like a true name is something of doing. It's not the same in all demons. Like you could have a name. I am what's known as Blood Skull, and it's more figurative, but it's still an oath of like to find cults and to blood oaths to me and to my gods and to school. But this Kaskanak, I can't keep saying that. Raja's true name may be related in some sort of just like a verb.
Okay. So basically, I know proof of concept, but I don't know the translation.
Proof of concept, no. Yes, but you're learning some stuff. As you guys, though, after a while, it seems like no time has passed, but again, you're quickly realizing like the layers are moving by faster and faster until slowing down gently. The doors open into a dark pit. You see again cages off in the distance. Kronk, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Oh, please tell me he's Monsieur.
That's an
11. You hear something, Kronk, but you're not sure if it was like a godly speaking, like when you get those little like shoulder angel level, or even just like from Demeter. Something was said in terms where it caught your attention, but didn't sound like your name, more just like something.
Okay.
But it passes. As you walk through, all of you see things moving in the darkness.
Lovely.
Jasmine, at one point, you hear boom. Far off, you see light but not like in a sense that shines. You see something is flickering and moving behind bars. As in, you see Glacier just. Yes. They would have quite the grudge against you, wouldn't they?
Oh no.
The elemental titans that Hades summoned to stall you back when you were, what was it you were doing, preventing the rise of Chernobog?
Yes.
Yes, I
that.
remember hearing about this.
Are you the only one who would have something against?
I guess so, which is
So,
weird because
yeah,
I
I
like
wasn't there.
was barely involved with the Titans. I remember like being there, but Belle was the one that took it out.
Oh, that was turned back at the same time as Maleficent.
No, it was
Yeah.
before that.
This was before. This,
Yeah, I guess
Tumbleina,
that was the
this
only
was
one
when
who
you were
was
still
there.
being reincarnated. Because it was actually like literally right after you died, and when you kind of used your last power to put yourself into a new body. Jim, you would have been off planet. Mr. Incredible, you were actually still in Samani.
Well, this was before I was even part of the
Yeah,
campaign.
you were off like in game time. You were off planet, but yeah, well before actually all of you were in campaign. This was our first
Yeah.
season.
Yep,
Of
first
I was
season.
design.
just making sure that I was making sure my timeline was.
Yes,
right.
yes. The timelines it gets a little fuzzy sometimes. You see that just yes, but the Titans remember all, especially faces. So don't walk over that way.
Yeah, thank you for the warning.
Yes. Keeps walking through. Kronk, make me another perception check.
Ooh, that's a lot better.
Hey.
That's a dirty 20.
Kronk.
You know what?
All of you kind of hear that.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
I was not talking to you currently. Would you like me to?
No, I don't think it was you.
I
As
don't
she
think it was
turns
you.
away, you just hear. We want to talk.
I'm like looking for the little like. Like, is there another one? You guys have a.
I'm eyeing Kronk.
You eye Kronk. Kronk, give me. Because this is something. Again, no one can hear this but you. But you hear. Let's talk.
Can I?
Does Crunk recognize the voice?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I roll to see if I recognize? What would that be?
That's going to be a history check, yeah.
Gosh, it has to be history. You get a 0 to it.
That's a 4.
Ooh.
4. No bonuses?
Yeah.
No,
You
she
don't-
has
I
a
have
0 to
0.
intelligence.
You don't recognize her. It's just that
It would have been a 3 as of last level.
you don't hear anything. And it's like, well, that could have been anything.
Right. Well, you can talk. I'm right here.
In private.
That doesn't seem safe.
Stranger danger, yes.
Kronk, you could always trust me.
That doesn't sound
Who is
creepy.
he?
Easton, is that you?
I'm going to message something to you. Please don't tell anyone.
Totally could
But
be.
you don't.
I know.
No one else really knows it because again, this is all kind of more in your head. Like now, I will say there have even been parts of the conversation, Kronk. You're not sure if you were even talking out loud. It's kind of that like, wait, did I say that? Did I think that?
Right.
Are you saying? Do you think it's really in your head? But yeah, I just sent something on Facebook Messenger for you.
I really hope it's not.
Sounds like something that you would say. Who,
You've always
are
been
you-
able to trust me.
Okay, where are you?
Is that so?
who this be?
2 steps to your left, and
Okay.
just follow the hallway. Okay, it's going to make a plus shape.
Okay,
The
where
plus.
am I
Okay,
going?
no. Okay, no.
Where?
Not like a plus. It's more like a outwards
That's totally easy.
stretching
It's so
cross.
Sorry, you're really confusing me.
Okay, just stop,
You're-
stop,
okay,
stop,
okay.
stop, stop.
Yep.
Turn to your left. See that path?
It's dark.
Okay, yeah, there's a path. Please trust me, there's a path.
Okay. I'm just gonna like kind of grope my way forward.
You start walking.
Do any of us notice Kronk just run off?
Not really.
How?
Something's happening. I can't tell you yet.
We're gonna lose Kronk.
All of you again in following Glacia, it is that still like most kind of like keep close because she is kind of talking as she goes. Just in, yes, the bottom layer. This is actually where we hit most of the ground level of hell. If one really wanted to, you could take a shovel and pick and start trying to dig downwards, and eventually you would hit the next layer of hell. but of course that would happen after approximately 1,400 years.
So what is the fastest way to get to the next layer?
Through me.
And you're gonna help us?
Of course, once I make sure your paperwork has been processed.
Fair
Yeah,
enough,
your paperwork
fair
is
enough.
not going to be processed correctly. I can guarantee you. Actually, I'm going to address Glacia. Glacia? Is that how it is?
Glacia.
Glacia. Okay. Glacia.
Yes.
We may have annoyed Belial's daughter because we tried to save Belial and she wanted him dead. So she might just tamper with our paperwork.
Because
we were-
Fierna has allied herself with Hades to
Yes,
murder her father.
and we have all been declared innocent of our crimes. Believe me, we're all just as surprised as you
Yes,
are.
she would
If
have
you
to
want-
re-summon you back to a court to make a reversal decision.
Okay,
Even a
okay.
judge cannot reverse their own decision based on a win. Otherwise,
they
we'd be no
fake
better than
paperwork?
fairies. You should. This wasn't like meant as a bird. You said
She's like
she said that very
fact.
fact-like of just.
That makes it even better
Dude,
though.
I just go, hey, would you like some ice for that?
Hook actually
I
kind
can
of
tell
like
you where to put that ice.
Hook kind of like pats you on the shoulder with his actual hand, just like it's okay.
It's just one finger.
Yeah, it's like a.
I'm not
Um,
poking you, I'm patting you.
now. Like,
No, it's not to be worried. She might be able to delay the process, but again, even at her most delay, we're still looking at about 20 minutes.
Cool.
This might be one of the
Do
I'm
we
gonna
have
say
to
this
pay
now.
anything to get to the next layer, though? Do you need anything from us?
If you're trying to bribe me, I do not accept bribes.
No. What is the process besides, yes, we have been found innocent of our crimes? Is there any extra steps to go to the next layer?
All you must do is find the Devil Lord. They must either prove you worthy, find you worthy, or of personal accord, wish you to open up a portal to the next layer, whithersoever you would.
Okay, cool.
Currently, I have no reason to hate you. My sister has not yet expressed any form of familiar distrust or hatred and envy, as most siblings would. So I find no reason to hate you.
I mean, fair enough.
Is she shall-
She's got her
Your
own
sister
problems.
is kind of cool.
Oh, I was just saying, fair enough. She's got her own problems.
Yes.
Yes,
Can
you're the
you
biggest
not-
one of them.
Like, can you not be the thorn in our side today, please?
Jim, listen,
Jim is probably the youngest one of the party, and he
Actually,
is.
fun fact, yeah,
Just
Jim. Even though
sticking
Jim,
to
you're
that
still
role.
like well into your 20s, you're technically the youngest right now.
I'm older than you.
Kronk, you're about like 30. You're not like an old
course you're older
person,
than
but
me.
like, yeah, more thumbly, definitely.
I
Jasmine and Mr.
honestly
Incredible,
have no
you're
idea how
coming
old
up to
Mark
your
is
much
at this
later
point.
20s, but still like again. But Kronk, you're actually technically discounting those that are going by millennia. Kronk, you
What?
may be.
You pointed at me?
Yes. You, Hook, Thumbelina, who have started having to count in the thousands.
I didn't know I did. I have no idea how
I
old Mark
know.
is.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm going. So,
I think you killed
dealing with these
So
things
my
that
family
don't
is
know
dead,
of
dang it.
time and space.
I thought
Kronk,
it was
you're
like
technically the like older,
Because, Kronk, you gotta be like 30 something.
because you were a much younger person when you
Yeah.
first worked in China for Yzma, doing all these jobs, and it hasn't been like a ton
Was
of
it
time.
China in this campaign? Because it was
Yes.
definitely Peru.
Yes,
Yeah.
China and Peru have merged.
Yeah.
The Elven nation, known as China in this world, is where
Okay.
Yzma worked as advisor to the king. At one point, had been found to have been
I
conspiring.
remember.
The whole plot.
That's really good to know. Thank you.
Yes, it's good to know. Because, yes, currently right now, Cusco is emperor. His father has stepped down. Not completely abdicated, but, in the sense of, while I'm still alive, I
Basically,
can help be
August
an
didn't want to have
advisor.
too many countries to keep track of, so he merged.
You raised a
Can't
couple
have
of them, didn't you?
I can't have it.
Cool.
We
I kept
can
a
just
lot.
find
I
out.
kept a
So-
lot.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I had no
We'll
problem
just
with
wait
that.
for the paperwork.
As Glycer brings it, you see coming out of the darkness this kind of rectangular office. You can tell it's an office because it's got those classic windows with the shutters like half pulled, where there's like a little light inside. Coming in, you do not realize that there was a change in atmosphere until stepping in, but immediately much fresher air, like even seems brighter.
He
There
got me mad.
seemed to have been a natural pressure
So he's
of
No wonder why he's
Tartarus.
crazy.
he was
The
old
f-
when I
as
was-
you were basically in the farthest part of this layer.
He was old man Ira.
As you all step in, Kronk, we're going to cut back to you.
Cool.
As you're stepping through the darkness, coming up, you see
Are you humming your own
a
theme music?
jail cell.
Wait.
Stay
Oh,
terrified.
still in Kronk.
Oh, that's why he has such poor stealth. He's always
The canonical reason. Oh my gosh. That would be amazing.
I mean, it matches perfectly.
Yep.
You just hear a full. Going through the darkness.
Where did
Coming
the
up though, bars and darkness seem to part, and you see something very interesting. Pushed up against these bars is a terrifying creature. Not Yzma, not anything you know. This creature has an eye on one side of the head and an eye on the other. Lips almost very fly-like that have been pushed out like Morph was through the bars to stab.
So it's Yzma after
sir.
transformation.
Oh, sir, excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Hello.
What are you?
Oh, sorry.
What? What?
My name is. You can call me Rick Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Someone wants to talk to you.
I'm Kronk.
Go 2 cells to the left.
Thanks. Shift over.
No, my left.
Oh.
You see, the lips have kind of come back.
They point.
Left.
I'm gonna need a little.
Left. Okay. Pointing with the lips. Yes.
Thanks. Thank you.
Kronk,
Oh my
feeling down through the darkness. You. Sorry, that was amazing. You walk through, finding an interesting sight.
It's a bright pink little cat.
Was she pink? She was white.
She was like a purple.
Yeah, very light purplish pink.
Purplish pink. Okay.
A
With and then in the
skeletal-looking
second movie, she was
woman.
The same person with the tail.
In purple, like kind of purplish black hair, very ragged.
Oh,
thing,
she has hair?
in an orange jumpsuit.
She has a tail.
No tail. This is a full person. At the bars, you see Kronk.
Ah!
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 I knew you'd come for me finally.
You're alive?
You thought I was dead?
Oh, orange is not your color.
I know. Look at me.
I'm looking. I wish I wasn't.
I wish I had no eyeballs. Now,
That
Kronk,
might be yeah.
we are in a good spot. I'm glad you found your way down here. I don't know how, I don't know why.
Yzma, hold on. If you're trying to get me to break you out, I'm here with another party. I'm sorry. I've moved on.
Your head spinning around.
Listen, man, I'm hedging. This is not you. It's me.
It's not me. It's you.
It is
So
very
you
much
know, I'm kind of over the whole like
evil.
overthrowing governments and killing.
What
young
are you
children.
talking about?
I've changed, Yzma. I want to be a good man.
You? You've kidnapped. You've stolen. You've lied. You're not good.
I
Kronk.
would like to point out that I was found innocent of all those crimes in the last couple layers of hell.
Kronk, what do you think it means when a demon finds you innocent?
You got a point.
Thank you. You're not bad, Kronk. You're like me. We know how things must be done so that we all have what we want.
Okay.
Help me to help you to help him.
I need gold.
So
You-
what do you need then?
Well, first of all, I wish you could give me a change of clothes. But
Sorry, I've only got these.
I'm not wearing your clothes, Kronk.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get them.
Listen, I just need you to open the cage.
I mean, that sounds easy enough, but I don't. I mean, the magic bars might be a
Yes,
small
the-
obstacle.
Yes, I found out the hard way.
I want to see her go.
There may have been some of that. You see, though, Yzma just listen. All you have to do is walk down far enough to your left. You'll find a demon's desk.
Okay,
I
sorry.
might,
I've been having trouble with that.
Kronk,
Yeah.
Kronk. I want you to look underneath your collar, right here.
Right here.
No, yes, okay, yep. See there?
Uh huh.
You look under your collar. There's a small tattooed L. Okay, look under the other one.
Yeah, yep. I
Look,
see. I
other
see.
side. Now check the other side. Small tattooed R.
Hey, that's really smart. Did I do that?
Not at all.
Funny, you'd think I'd remember that. So that's.
Yzma looks off into the darkness like, now, you're going to go to left. Your left. The L.
Okay, do this one.
You're going to follow down. You're eventually going to find one of those gods. You just need to find the paper under my name.
Oh, is that like the little scrolly thing where you like zoom in and out?
You've seen the scroll. You worked the scrolls. Kronk, you are one of the most clever men I've ever met.
Thanks.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
I just need your help. Just get the scroll, open the
I don't know. I
cage.
feel like my new boss might be upset.
Hey, boss?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. I have a
Can I
boss.
message Kronk once I realize
You are out of range.
Oh!
Kronk.
Matter of fact, I should probably be getting back.
Kronk, you signed on for life.
What?
We both signed the contracts to always honor and serve the glorious country of China the best we can to help serve the Emperor as seen fit by the advisors of the Emperor.
seen fit by the advisor.
She's not currently the advisor of the Emperor.
But I thought that that was absolved because you were dead.
But I'm not dead,
But you're
am I?
You're not dead.
Oh no,
But I mean, I left the country and they said I was good to go.
Kronk, you abandoned your country? Oh, Kronk. Yzma goes to put a hand through it, kind of like repels, but again, she didn't solve it. Kronk, oh, it's okay. I won't tell anyone.
Oh, she's
But
horrible.
these guys really need me.
Oh,
I can't just leave.
you
them.
are a good help. I bet you
Yeah.
carry them everywhere.
I do. It's kind of like old times. A little bit of nostalgia, you know.
It's 'cause you miss me.
Oh no.
Oh.
This is the most toxic
I feel
relationship.
very uncomfy right now.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think that's why. I just
Agree
like
to
hiking.
disagree. Listen, Kronk, we'll discuss more. At least help get the paper. Let's open the cage so we can at least talk this through with your new employers.
Could you
We'll figure out a
could you roll to
a
see
weekly
if you actually
system.
remember how to open the thing?
Well, first you're gonna have to go get the paper, but then there will be a
If
check
Kronk
to see if
chooses
you
to
remember.
do this, he-
Yeah. Okay, look, Izuma, I'm sorry. I just every time we work together,
Mhm.
things go awry.
Oh, this is.
And
such a
I
toxic
don't
relationship.
know if I'm perfectly willing to put myself through that again. Like I've been doing a little therapy on the side,
Kronk,
and I've come to some realizations.
hey, we've all been there. We've all understood our own
Yeah.
failings and the failings of others. I clearly see your failings, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, that's awful.
Okay.
You're doing fine,
Okay.
Kronk.
Well, all right.
Say it out loud. I'm doing fine.
I'm doing fine.
Look at that! Affirmation
Doing
words.
fine.
Think
I
you can
think
get that
so.
from any old therapist, and I won't charge you, darling.
Oh, thanks. You're a real pal.
Of
Yeah,
course.
I'll go see if I can get that paper.
We'll just open it up. We'll have a talk. Go ahead. You're gonna make me. This isn't like an investigation. This is just kind of like a general perception. It's
So you
not
start
terribly
walking
hard.
right.
It's just. It's more. Right, Kronk. Remember
Yeah.
the L.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, okay. Yep.
Thank you, Kronk.
Remember
No
when
problem.
we were in court and she was the reason you almost got in trouble?
Yeah.
I know I'm not there.
I know.
But...
But right now, she is just more asking, like, let's
Oh,
open the
she's
cage. Just because,
horrible.
again, open. So go ahead and just make me a perception. It's just kind of like feeling your way through. It's very dark down here.
Also, August, it was
8.
frightening how well
8.
you were able to
Um,
like just steamroll
You did.
everything.
You did very well role playing Kronk there. That was
Yes,
That was good. Well done. That was
very
fun.
well done.
That was
very, very
That was
After-
really fun.
Are you
Um,
gonna help Yzma?
So,
Yeah.
Kronk, it takes a while.
sorry,
And again, it's not like impossible to find. It's not like these things are hidden down here. It's just like that. Okay, move through the dark. After a few minutes, though, you eventually think you find like the desk. What you seem to find is again looking through the desk. It's hard to see. It's very dim lighting. There's like no natural light occurring. But as you're looking through, eventually you do find the desk, and among all the files of these rows and everything, you do see one marked in common as one Yzma.
There it is.
I'll make this in common for you.
Go ahead and give me another perception check to find your way back.
That's a 12.
Much better. Not nearly as long, but still that movie. You actually run. It's me. Click. Yeah, no, just keep coming this way. No, sure. You're going the right way, buddy. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thanks.
Alright, no problem. That's what I do.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Eventually, you move down. As you get close, you hear he's like, "Thank you, Glick, you're a darling." Ah,
Oh, you know Rick.
yes. Wonderful.
He's so kind.
Yes.
He helped me find you over here. You know.
I asked him to. He's a wonderful friend for that. You don't make many friends down here.
Yeah, it seems like not a great place.
Now, do you have the scroll?
Yeah, this one.
Excellent. I can't... Well, listen. Poke your finger. Do you know how to open the cage?
No, you don't.
It's a circle.
It's a circle!
Please
Wow.
give me a full
That is a way of
history check.
opening the cage.
You're trying to remember out of what Jim was doing, out of what everyone's doing. It's
That's an 8.
there were 3 symbols
Yeah.
4.
And
that you remember on an 8 that you
okay,
remember.
yes.
It's like we saw.
One was a spread, which you're reasonably sure wasn't.
Yeah, because that was the zoomy thing.
There was like a twisty thing, and there was a circle thing.
Yeah.
The circle thing might have been it.
Circles.
Yes!
Circles are open.
Do the circle, do the
Circles
circle,
are
do
open.
the circle, do
I
the
think
Do the roar.
I
Do
know
the
how to do a circle. So I'm just gonna like.
Are you dropping it
Excellent.
into yourself? Yes. This is fantastic.
You're going to kill these
Yes, please accidentally
Dropping
kill these
into the cage, a large, furry, toothed creature, eyes gleaming yellow.
Oh no!
Wrong lever, Kronk, wrong lever! Open the door! We're gonna cut away.
I feel like Krog would just start panic circling.
I know! It's a panic circle!
Yes!
We're gonna get to that in a second.
Yes.
It's a vicious cycle. Wait!
Okay.
Yes, all of you.
Like, we're grateful that Krog has
Alicia,
no
thank you so much. This is the
intelligence.
best roleplay of the night so far. This is amazing. I've been excited for this later for a while, not just for Jasmine, but
I
for
don't
you.
understand the rules of the game, but I have acted.
I
can
know.
do this.
I can act, I can
Yeah,
improv.
you're doing
We're
awesome.
doing amazing.
Yes, Mr. Incredible, you guys are in the office.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Um,
so
As you guys are in the office, you see Glacier just. Alright,
Seen Kronk?
should be any more. Did your friend get lost?
He tends to do that.
he's not.
Interesting. It was a toss up
brightest.
between him or the one in the red leotard.
I am not surprised.
It's a jumpsuit.
For
There's this
jumping?
door on the outside.
Check this out. Now jump.
I'm really surprised I was wrong. You see, she presses a button on the side of, like, her desk. You hear, like, footsteps. A large pit demon. Like, this thing, like, large curling horns, fire coming out of its eyes,
What was the second one?
like, whip at one side, giant boots in the other. This giant creature, boom, like, slides open the door. You call Miss Glacier? Yes, can you please find one of the Imagineers? Name
Kronk.
Kronk. Please post haste, probably just got lost. Yes.
Just be too late to save Yzma, please.
As Glacier just... Now, yes, now that we're, this is more of a protected space, this is my personal office. I completely understand you have a lot of questions, a lot's going on.
Could you maybe trick around and see if anyone's scrying on us? That happens.
Impossible. I've
Okay.
warded this magic.
Awesome. Perfect.
You know,
You're so great.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
Protected
can we
space.
ally ourselves with you somehow? Because you're awesome.
An allyship is interesting. Are you proposing that I travel with you, or that you stay with me?
Just that we stay on the same side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we
same side of the
mutually
conflict.
beneficial relationship here.
And this side is against Hades, Lord of the Dead.
Clearly.
Yes.
Unaffirmative.
Okay.
For what reasons?
For simple reason is this. One, while I do not trust or like Hades, Lord of the Dead, it is foolhardy to fight a god.
Okay.
2, because by staying neutral to the conflict, by fulfilling my duties, I am therefore proving myself as a capable Devil Lord.
Okay.
Fair,
Okay. So
fair.
win-win scenario if you're able to play both sides. I like it.
So if Hades
Like what he said,
comes
we like
after
you.
your domain, then could we consider ourselves allies?
Why would Hades come from my domain?
He's kind of
Because
done it
he's
with all
coming
the
for
other
all of them?
ones.
Hades wants to rule a jail cell?
He wants to rule all the domains.
A jail.
Imagine what
Yeah, she does
Hades
have a
could
point.
do if
He
he
might
got
leave
your
this one
position.
alone.
Having control of all of these that you are
Actually,
He
trying to
could
rule.
file the papers and sign off on prison
Could
releases.
we roll like an insight check to see if there's anything valuable here? Like, oh, maybe if he like let everyone out.
Yeah, like
I
Or,
think
like,
that
what
would.
could-
I think you could.
if you would have a reason?
Because
Does that make
by
sense?
nature of the plane, it's like it is a plane of law, lawful evil, but it is.
It's
law.
a plain of law. You see, I don't understand entirely what you want him to gain from this.
Oh, we don't
no.
want him to gain anything.
What
from
if
this.
you were to stop the rehabilitation efforts and simply let these people live out their sentence? And
That would be
released?
chaos.
So he might do that.
What he
Yeah.
would do.
Interesting. The idea of non-reformative prison years resulting in still the same release, but then the exact same persons through no repentance or change being released on the world.
Exactly.
He might even let everyone go early to mass his armies.
Interesting.
Offer Leon good behavior.
This all is predicated on him taking control,
Yeah.
to which again I can assure you he will not.
Okay. Well, in that case, once Cronus come back and our paperwork is filed, we'd love to just continue on our way.
Okay, that sounds perfectly reasonable. Check some actual.
This has been a very
Small little, like,
conversation.
I really like her.
Manila folder appears on her desk. She's, yep, pre-work. It should be coming within the next 5 minutes or so.
Yay.
All will be fine.
Don't say that. I'm knocking on her desk if it's wood.
But you see as she goes through, just
I don't know.
yes, everything will be good. But of course, I understand all your valid concerns. They're valid for mortals to have. You worry about life and death. You worry about good and evil. It's perfectly acceptable. It's a perfect failing.
I mean, based on history, I mean, he's taken down.
All the others.
He's manipulated his way into ruling all the other layers.
Yeah.
So like,
Interesting. So you propose he could manipulate me.
Or attack.
or others.
Or others,
We don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Interesting. You see, I have put myself up as sole ruler. There is none. All report to me. I am in charge.
Okay.
So either he must somehow manipulate me, which I will not allow him to, or you are suggesting he might try and attack the jail.
Bombard.
Oh, that is the most.
Okay,
Oh,
fair
wow.
enough. Fair enough.
Is it possible that there are
He would
pieces of
die.
information he would die?
Metaphorically speaking. He would completely fail in an endeavor and a campaign to take over the jail.
I was like, can we go to him? But no. Is it possible that there are bits of information that you have no access to, nor will you have access to, that could potentially lead to a failure on your, to a success on Hades' part in overtaking this layer of hell?
Did you just ask her if there's information she doesn't know? But
No.
if she doesn't know
No,
about it,
I'm
how
That
does
was
she
my
know?
exact thought. If I didn't know the information, why would I not
My
be offering up
question
the
is,
information I
have
don't
there
know?
been times when you did not have all the facts?
Obviously.
Okay, so there is a possibility that you do not have all the facts right now.
Yes, that is always an acceptable
And considering
answer.
that it is against Hades, a god, who
Guys.
you say
Here's the thing. I don't think we really want her to do anything but stay in power here. And I think she's going to do that regardless of anything we say. I don't understand what our goal is anymore.
That's true.
Because if you would ask me to come with you, I would completely deny. I cannot leave my position. And if you want to stay with me, while strangers, you really do need to continue on this quest to make it to our father and, I assume, gain the power of the schism.
what?
We'll get there when we get there.
What is the schism?
The schism, the magical divide between balance, between good and evil, chaos, order. The schism between
I'm
fiend
gonna
and fey.
message everybody. Is this what Hades is after?
The schism is powerful magic. Some theorize this is where gods gain their powers. Some theorize where the worlds were created.
Oh shoot.
Who's in possession or power of the schism right now?
No one. It's impossible. You're trying to control what is control and not control. But you can gain access to it through layers.
Who all has access to it right now?
Currently, the Council of the Fairy, that is the most obvious. They control it in matter of Fae. Asmodeus, our father, guards it in matter of Fiend. You seem rather confused. I shall try and explain this more simply. What you mortals might call wishes. Something of infinite importance, infinite possibility. You simply ask something into existence. Whether it be magic, person, object, a wish.
Consequences associated with those?
Oh, undoubtedly.
With wish spells?
Yes.
If I were to wish right now for Hades to be gone, the world would completely rupture. For example, there was never a Lord of the Dead, or there was a Lord of the Dead. There's too many logical fallacies that would break the world in wishing for such fact. But you can wish for many other things. If I wanted right now a turkey sandwich on rye with mustard, it would pull that object free. Maybe from some poor, unsuspecting fool who was about to eat it, but too bad, it was mine.
He bit his tongue.
He did.
He did.
Is this not what you were going for? The schism, the fiend. It makes the most logical sense, seeing as
I
how
mean, I
you
just
could...
wanted to visit Mom. I didn't really know about the schism until the rest of them told me about it.
I'm here for a different reason.
Right, interesting. So you are making your way down to our father Asmodeus, not to ask him for permission towards the schism, and instead for familiar reasons.
It,
I
It's
really-
for
yeah.
public relations, really.
Has it been 5 minutes yet?
It has not, actually. It has only been 3.
I feel like Hook would
This
say
is the
something
longest
if he
5
wanted
minutes
to
of
wish.
my life.
Hook's about to say something, but we are going to come back to
Okay.
you first, Kron.
Next circling the other direction.
I'm making a bunch of just random checks. Demon after devil after demons appearing in this.
My sister's jail.
This is
He's going to...
amazing.
Croc! Open! Open! Not the same thing! As-
How many demons are there?
Demons, as fast as demons are falling in, you're also accidentally opening up counter portals, I will say as well, in that, like, you're going so fast, like, so some pop in and immediately fall back down, some fall in and just stay there. Yzma's right around jumping as there's what's going on, just like, I don't know, look at him, he said he wanted to punch you, and she's like causing fights, trying ducking in and out. Croc, do any other symbol, try something else.
I'm gonna do a star.
What does that do?
Immediately, Kronk, you don't see this, but inside the gate, boom! Blinding light everywhere inside the gate. Actually, doesn't even light up anything. It's just kind of like as if a white paint appeared in front of you. You see the Kronk, I can't see! Turn it off! Do that again!
Okay, I'll do a star, but like reverse as
Backwards.
best I can.
You try it as badly as still counts, boom, lights go off. All the demons and Yzma are just like, oh, but Kronk,
I'm still here.
don't do what you just did.
Do a
Okay.
triangle.
Okay,
Do you remember anything else? You said you opened a cage.
No,
He's been
he
opening
didn't.
it.
Yeah, he never did.
You didn't open it?
It was my boss!
Give us a
Oh, I
square,
should have
give us
brought
a
him.
triangle.
Actually, he
Kronk?
did the circle.
What?
Look, we were figuring it out, okay?
Well, let's stop figuring it out now, as there are many things inside here.
I'm gonna draw a frowny face.
What's the front space closest to in my book? We're making 2 symbols. I'm gonna say this.
Wait, it's gonna do another circle.
The closest thing this is related to in terms of things, you see, immediately it does shrink as this is the closest of drawing it over as Yzma's something pushed against my rock. Listen, don't do that. In
So,
fact,
do that.
undo it.
Smiley face.
Yeah, smiley face.
I'll say, sure, it's the opposite of going, but now again, everyone's like free. Some demons again are fighting themselves or fighting each other.
Are any fighting Yzma?
No, Yzma is again just using all her skill to try to avoid. Croc, listen, she comes up to the bar. I really, really need you to think hard.
That's already hard for me.
I
You know
need
that.
you to try. You may now go ahead and roll another. As Yzma, she's going to
Oh,
try to
get it
give you
out,
the
get it out
help.
one, get it out one.
Okay, you get the help action from Yzma. She's going to help you
Okay.
through this history check.
That's an at 20.
What?
Does she remember the from before?
But here's what I will say on a natural 20. Wait, it was like turning a key. Like it's
But-
literally
but
that
wait,
perfect pure
does-
memory
does
of
the
you
angel
remember.
appear?
Oh.
Does
the
the
angel
angel
appear?
appear?
Yes, no, the angel. Hey, listen, Croc, buddy. I don't know if it's a good idea to be letting your old
This really
boss
isn't
out.
a great time. I'm kind of in the middle of
Well, but you're trying to let your old boss out. What's your new boss got think? The little devil appears. You could have 2 bosses, get double the pay, double the wages, double the food.
Masters.
I have been feeling underpaid.
Honestly,
Fair point.
hey, how would you feel about 2 meals? 2 masters, Isabel.
As
No,
not
but
bad.
Grom, you gotta think about it, alright?
I've been
If
doing
you're
a lot of
gonna,
thinking.
you've been doing good, buddy. Yeah, you have been doing good thing. I'll give you that, but you've been thinking. You see, he's like, Kronk, open the door. As you're just talking. You see, it's really your choice. I mean, you're opening Ismail. She might feel jealous of your new boss. You see, or you might have two bosses. Imagine being able to make sure two people are feeling good.
You guys make some good points.
Oh, thank you. You turn to
Dang it.
Yzma stumbles out. She rips the paper from your hand. Immediately reverse back. She kind of where that bite. It doesn't really bleed, but you know where you just puncture your skin enough. Mostly go, yeah. But enough to even her really old skin does turn back. I'm gonna make a pure luck check if anything gets out.
Paper at this point. What?
What? Did it not work?
Did something get caught in the door?
No,
Did she unlock other cells?
that's a natural one.
Yes!
Yzma, holding this, turns the key
Tears
Did
the
she
paper.
tear the paper?
and tears the paper. The jail cell remains open. You see, she's like, Kronk, let's leave.
Okay.
You still have the panicking?
Yeah. Actually, now that you bring it up.
Wonderful. Go. She's immediately clambering on, pulling this out. As demons are starting to
don't touch anything.
sniff her. As things move out of the jail cell, most of the doors open. Kronk, I need just you to roll initiative.
Oh my gosh, this looks like a
We should
sequel
ask him
to
one
Kronk's
question.
Yeah.
The first monster that fell in, was it from Ice Age? The Sabertooth?
Well, then.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
I'm throwing in little
Yeah.
things. It would never be canonized.
No,
but
yeah.
a little saber-toothy kind of vibe.
That's a 12.
12. We will come back to that. As we cut back, you see.
This is
We
cartoonish.
now cut
in
back.
hilarity.
Oh, this is more than I could have hoped would happen.
Oh, that's so great.
We cut back to you guys in
And
this.
that 20
You see,
followed by that one.
Hook's going to just. So, a wish, like you're saying, Lord Lisa, can do anything, including put persons back through time. You see, she looks just.
This is where you cut it.
You see, she. Yes, but of course, what would be the ramifications? You give fire to the caveman before their time. You find the earliest dwarf and push him back into the hole. You take the warforged out of the astronaut's arms and throw it into the sun. Changing things by moving through time could be very dangerous. You
What
don't
if you
know.
were to give a young boy back his father?
Completely changing his outcome and destiny.
Interesting.
What if I were to wish for my sister to have her mother back? Impossible. Would not be done.
Why not?
Because it could break everything. It could break her. Look at this person. You see my sister, Jasmine. Would she be the same person now? Would she have chosen to come on this
Well,
quest? Would she
okay.
have done any of the actions she's done?
Fair enough.
But could you wish for in her circumstance to have her mother back now?
Yes.
Versus when
Quite
she's
possibly.
at-
It would be very rude of you.
Very
How
rude.
so?
I'll go to.
You take a mother from me.
But you took a mother from her.
Well, no, she didn't.
Well, no,
You
her
blame me
dad
for the
took
sins of
my
our
mother.
father?
Oh, okay, well technically that's
I'll go to Hook.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like,
You would take a mother from me.
if
That was
you
a
weren't
really
able
good-
to share that lesson with me, I'd still be cursed.
She would just
And I'll pat him on the back.
you pet. Don't mention it. You're a good hero. See why you hang around Jim.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna message to Hook.
Hey,
and
listen. No hard. I know I kind of stabbed you with my hook. Years ago.
Yeah, I know I kind of got blasted through your ship.
Cost a lot, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You pack quite a payment.
Quite a payment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr.
But you see, Hook just you make good choices, but don't make the ones that are obviously bad. You see, coming back kind of the
Great
glacier, you
advice.
see just
Good advice from Dad.
yes.
Make the one
That's why you could wish for that, but it would be entirely rude. And It is now presented information that I did not currently know. You wish to take our mother back?
I've never met her.
Interesting.
So you want to meet her?
Yes. I want to know what she's like.
Interesting, to say the least. It makes sense why, father loved her.
Oh!
Gross.
What is their relationship like?
That's what I've been wondering this
What do you mean?
whole
No.
time.
Our mother and your father.
You mean to say, in terms of what mortals usually term as romance,
Or if,
courtship.
if that is between them, or just whatever their affiliation or relation is. What's the situation between them?
I see. Having never met our mother or father, you are very confused by this. So let me explain. Immediately standing up, wings unfurled. Definitely, it's. Of course, you knew it was gonna cut it there. Impossible. Things are loose. Boom! You see immediately she's at her door, kicking it open. All of you see creatures are running every which way in the dark.
No.
Kronk, you have been running. Go ahead and give me a pure athletics check as you're running through the dark, trying to skid around corners and just dodge things.
That's a 17.
I'm just.
17.
I can see
Oh, excuse
it.
me.
I can see
Um,
it.
Just like screaming.
Oh, you get advantage. Yzma's going to be directing you as you run. Sorry. You do get advantage when Yzma's on your back. I forgot about that. Whoa! Much better. You start going. Left, right. All right. Here we go. Coming up.
Wait a minute, I can't see.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. Just, you see as you skid forward, you are at the elevator.
Okay.
Right.
I slam the door close button.
No, Kronk.
What?
You're coming with me, correct?
Wait,
No.
what?
No.
Yes.
Where are we? Where are we going? I just don't.
Well,
want
out.
it. Wait, out?
Yes.
No, we have to go catch up with the others.
Right. Your new boss.
Yeah, my
Kronk.
friends.
Kronk, where are you?
How
Kronk,
much
can you
did
hear me?
still out of range? You see, she just.
Wait, they weren't in the elevator.
Well, of course not. We're taking the elevator out. I've got someone. He can get us out on the up.
Hang on. I'm not trying to go out. I thought you just wanted to come out of your cell and meet my.
Kronk, obviously I don't want to be in a cell.
Well, yeah, that's why I assumed you wanted out.
Yes.
I love how they're just sitting
We're
there
going
with
to
this
the.
guy.
Oh yes, the elevators are closed. You're in the elevator. No buttons have been pressed as demons are running back and forth throughout the darkness. So we get out. I've got a person on the upper levels. I made friends a while back, and we can sneak our way out.
Okay, but I'm still working for this other guy. He still needs me to. I gotta finish the job. You understand?
Give me a persuasion check if you'd be so kind.
Ooh, very persuasive.
You're very persuasive.
That is a 2. So a 13.
That was so close to natural.
As you see it,
Yeah, one side away.
Kronk, let alone the contract. Don't you want to team up again?
No.
Well, look, I don't mean to sound rude, but I've been feeling really free since I left China. Been just kind of, finding myself. It's been kind of nice being just me. And I've made some new friends. I've got a paladin buddy now. We punch things together.
Amazing, Kronk.
Yeah.
You've done what I never thought you could.
What's
Have
that?
friends.
Kronk is the most loved guy in that whole movie franchise.
I know. Oh, I know.
That is awful, Yzma.
See,
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess anything's possible, so.
so you stay with your friends here, or possibly worse, instead of going back to the mortal world.
Well, I mean, we're gonna get back there eventually. That's
All
the
right.
plan.
Well then,
You can come with.
heavens no! Been out here for too long.
What? No.
Look at me. I'm so pale. I need to tan.
Have you ever tan in your
I
life,
think
woman?
the sun would.
Burn you
Never
up.
mind.
Think the sun. Oh no! Don't think about it. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't think about Yzma tanning.
Oh, why did you say
Gotta get my
that?
tan on. You see, she looks at you. Oh, very well. You may stay. as I am proud of you, Kronk. You have found good friends.
Thanks. That brings me a little bit closer. You know.
Well, I'll only say this. Once you're back on the mortal world, I will ask a favor of you.
Why not?
You owe me as much as the contract dictated. So, go have fun with your friends. I'll see you upstairs, so to speak.
Okay. See you on the flip side.
As the door
Good
opens,
idea.
she presses the button, the door starts going. She does that, but of course, you know why I do this. It's going to be difficult enough. Fresh meat, boys! I don't really want you eaten. It's just going to help me just a
Wait
little
a
bit,
minute.
Kronk.
Hang on.
Tum tum! As eyes appear in the darkness looking at you, Kronk.
No.
Kronk, go ahead and roll me another initiative.
Oh, man.
You rolled high enough. I mean, I rolled really
16.
16. You're still going to go first. Dang it. All of this is going to happen at once. Kronk, you beat the initiative, so you're just give me another athletics check
Okay.
to again duck and weave, kind of running through, finding your way back.
That's very good. What's 18 plus 11?
29.
Girl.
Wait,
Um,
what did you just roll?
Attack.
I rolled.
Another athletics. Yzma basically like left you and just they're like it's nothing personal, but hey look, fresh meat, you know, to
Right.
distract as she leaves.
Why does she always do that?
As you are already, Glacia is standing there in the darkness again. You see like demon and demonic swirling. Two things happen at once. All of you see appearing. Fire in one hand is a folder that looks much thicker, and you could rightfully assume might be your papers.
I don't like how thick that is.
Coming out of the darkness, Krunk, you ducking and weaving, see Glacia and the others ahead. You see Glacia. Oh, good.
Krunk!
You were not eaten by all of the inmates.
Yeah, it was close.
All right, listen. You see, she's like looking at you. Dark vision. Please make me. This isn't in any way a wisdom save throw. You're about to see some messed up stuff in the darkness.
Okay.
True horrors of the dark.
There's
Hey!
a reason why they
I
keep
keep
it dark.
darkness, right?
Yes.
It's not
So-
a wisdom saving throw against madness.
It's not madness. This is just you're about to see the worst things in life.
I've never been so
25.
grateful to not have dark vision.
25.
Did you add 9 to that?
Oh, Chad also says sounds like an old lady needs to be punched.
Yes.
I'm always down to punch an old lady.
That
Mr.
can be
Incredible.
taken in so many
You've
very
seen
bad ways, sir.
horrible like things in your madness in your mind. Flesh ripping from bone as
What
things
are you
rip into
on
each other and out of
tonight?
each other. You see,
Finally
As-
did his homework.
you do
Yeah.
see though again.
He's
There
high
are
off
like
of relief.
demon guards or devil guards that are like flying in to take care of this. Some of them are starting to like back off with like cattle prods or spells. Some are just getting overwhelmed by inmates, and as the dust clears, all that's left is a little hat. As you Glacia just turned, just this is obviously none of your fault. Something is happening. Obviously, it's Hades. What else could it have been? As she rolled terrible on her insight. She doesn't think, Kronk, you could have led a mass prison riot or
That's
escape.
fair. That's fair.
She flips through just yes. Mr. Incredible, you see things are starting to grow closer out of the darkness. Excellent. All the papers look good. Wonderful. You guys are going to the next layer. Word of advice, please be quiet.
Okay.
Cool.
Boom, boom, boom. Portal swirls, kind of like Doctor Strange pushes over all you. Jasmine, the last thing you see as Glacia pushes through, just like, good luck.
Good luck with your layer.
The chaos
We are silent.
fades.
Yep. Message
As you're
everyone.
all
do not
silent.
read a word out loud.
Gronk,
I
help
I don't have message.
You can message back.
You
to
can
us.
message back, yeah. If someone, if Jim's messaging to you to be like, "Hey, say something," you can actually like replying to a text. Kind
Yeah.
Oh my
Of.
god.
Again, based on the efforts of your previous efforts in health, that one was very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, worse things could have happened if you hadn't
Oh,
done
yeah.
as well as you could, Kronk. It would have turned into initiative to save Kronk. But well done. Yeah.
I was not expecting it to be
That
that
went
quote
too
unquote
well.
easy.
Um,
Thank you for giving us a breather.
a breather, just kind of a fun roleplay breather with Yzma and sisters and all the things.
All the things.
Oh, Yzma is such a jerk.
Yes, it's like she's a
She's
villain.
the bad guy. Why
She's
don't
the bad
you guys are
guy.
always
I
still
know,
surprised
but wow.
when August lets the
I-
bad guys be
It
bad?
was kind of scary how easily that was twisted to be like a relationship that people get into right now. It's just like, oh.
Toxic relationship, they exist.
Very.
Please be able to look at. I mean, I don't. YouTube. No. Don't abuse.
Yeah, Hannah.
No, what you guys. Okay.
We'll
Just
just
sitting on the couch tonight.
All of you see changing from the pressuring
In our
dust.
defense, he's the one who chooses to sleep on my couch. I've never required him to.
All of you suddenly feel the
He's
horrible
like, I don't want to sleep with you.
allergen-induced
Usually I
dust
come out and
hit
grab him.
your noses.
What?
Morph, it hits the permeation of your skin. All of you in that dusty and dank. Looking around, you guys see you are in some sort of long corridor. Please make me all perception checks.
Sorry, I'm so bad at perception.
Yes, or perceive.
6,
Perceive. 16. That's pretty
18
good.
plus
Oh, I
16.
missed
Oh,
so that's 30.
32.
I got like an 11.
1 second.
Crunk, you also have a lot in your mind.
I
It
love
makes sense.
music,
17.
and I'm trying to
17,
remember what
11.
it's from
I'm
August.
working
10.
through.
8. I'll say this, like, you three, it's like, oh, a lot just happened. Kronk, you're breathing hard of like, oh, all these things. Jasmine, a lot's probably on your mind as well.
So much.
As, well, Mr. Girdle is just that natural, like, new place. Thumbling a Morph. Morph, you immediately recognize where you are because you've been in one of these. This is a gigantic library.
This feels like home.
Books upon books upon scrolls upon tablets upon rock, stretching farther than your eyes can see, up, down, left, or right.
Just
It's time to start
grab
researching,
the
guys.
nearest book.
It is time to start
I
researching.
don't take it. I just open it.
Okay,
What does it say?
you open this book. This book is in common, but old common.
Okay.
What you find? Let me pull up
You found the Bible.
a Christian Bible. What? Veggie Tales.
Veggie Tales, yes.
What? Narnia? The Chronicles of Narnia, the Lion, the Witch,
find
and the Wardrobe.
A book all about the efforts of calligraphy upon a beach, of the ink and how the tide can affect your actual pen strokes. About this entire tome is dedicated to like the art of calligraphy when you're at a beach.
Very specific knowledge there.
You check the book. This book was written almost 200 years ago.
Put it back.
Is there any sort of
Organism.
Yeah,
Organization.
organization
Organism.
attached? Like, is there any sort of
Like papers
System.
on the
System.
roads.
Yes,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't
I
know
need
why.
this- Morph and Thumbelina, having beat the first checks, you two, if you'd be so kind, can make me further investigation checks. In starting to like look for what's going on here.
15 plus 4, 19.
That is a 27.
Here's what you're starting to find. Thumbelina and Morph, these books seem strange because looking at just like the titles of like, okay, what's written on the sides, some of the titles you can see seem to all have varying degrees of calligraphy.
So we're in the calligraphy section.
You might be in a calligraphy section.
Is it arranged alphabetically, or are we towards the end of a shelf?
No.
Do we just appear in the middle of a library, or are we like,
Is there a desk anywhere?
or are we against
No
the
desk.
wall?
Right now, there's about a 30-foot gap between shelves.
Are we on some sort of like circle, like teleportation circle?
This is a like wooden platform that doesn't seem to have any supports underneath you.
It's a floating.
Like it seems like floating, but it seems like very solid. It's not like you can kind of move up and down. There's
Will
no
it
like.
move with us
there's-
if I will it to move.
Oh, excuse me. It stretches down to the left and right
Oh,
as
I
well.
see.
Can I? How tall are these shelves?
If you'd like to start flying, you can find out.
I would like
We
to
can't
start
see the
flying.
top.
Tumbling, you start flying high upward.
This is insane.
After a couple minutes,
And I have really good movement, guys.
you
find yourself coming back up. You see a wooden platform and find yourself next back to your adventuring party.
It's a
my
loop.
gosh.
Whoa.
She went
Thumbelina-
all the way up.
After a
and
few
came
minutes,
back to us.
Thumbelina, you came back
It's
up.
a loop.
So you guys watched Thumbelina come back
She
up.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, full Pac-Man of
I'm going to try a thing. I'm going to try and think of the topic gods and see if it does anything. And I'm going to look at a book and read any of the titles that I can see on this spine. Yeah. Do any of them have to do with
you
gods?
think really hard about gods.
And nothing happens.
You look and see calligraphy throughout the Second Age.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna message everybody. So we have to do this the hard way. We can't just think it.
Should Jin be the agent of chaos? He has been this whole section.
Do not breathe a word.
Maybe.
I say we blow it up.
I was thinking about like throwing a rock
I was
somewhere else,
I was.
so that noises make somewhere else.
Not a bad
Not a
plan.
bad idea.
What if I
don't
just?
like
I'm
that idea.
gonna walk about 30 feet away.
Okay.
And go.
Please let this be good.
Give me a perception check.
Plus 9, 24.
Something moves in the mist and shadow far ahead of you. Behind you is your group, about 30 feet back.
Okay.
Far ahead, you see something move horizontally, not like vertically or anything, but something horizontally moves. Do you make any other noises?
Roll initiative.
Nothing happens.
Please don't poke
So
the bear.
I kind of want to
Okay.
like.
So I'm
Jump off
I'm going
and
to
see if it
message the group and be like, if we're really quiet, could we get a long rest in maybe?
Oh,
Yes.
Does anyone here have like Liam's
Someone
tiny hut?
I have the tower
Will
Do you
that
really want
fit?
to build a tower?
and are there verbal?
components.
Is it verbal at all?
Would be verbal.
Or can we just rest on here and just take?
If we
watch?
keep watch, yes.
Okay.
I think that's probably a good idea.
I'll
Probably.
take first.
Does anyone snore?
Me.
Is that true? Like, can we ask each other? Do I snore? Do I snore? Like,
Okay.
no, seriously.
In all honesty, I have no idea if Thumbelina snores.
Thumbelina
That was just me.
August, will you
I think
decide like
Veronica
how
Clark
many of
snores.
us snore, and then
Yeah,
like
I
we
know.
find out from each other?
I've already made checks.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Who
But-
wants to take first watch?
No, I'm
Take
saying, can we
first,
ask
I
each
wish
other?
I did.
Do I snore?
Yeah, because we've
Yeah, we've
all
slept-
kept watch
Yeah.
while other people are sleeping.
Here's what I will say. You can decide who keeps first watch, and you can try to history check one other person. Because it's hard to understand every like at
I'll
a full group.
history check.
Do I remember every person's sleeping habit? Because snoring is not like a like I am a snore. It's like an
I
on-off or
want to
certain
like
things.
argue
like,
that one though because my dad snores and
Mhm.
he snores every night.
yes. But
Like,
here's the
and
thing.
if you're with a whole bunch of people, you know the one person
Yeah,
who
we've
snores.
been
So,
traveling together.
I got a
for weeks.
23 on Kronk.
But here's the thing. Your tower that you've been staying in
Uh-huh.
has separate rooms.
No, it only has 2 rooms, upstairs and downstairs.
Oh, then I've been playing something wrong, and you guys shouldn't have been getting as good of rest as you should have been.
Oh, come on.
Oh, well.
Snoring.
No, I mean in terms of like being crammed packed into a tower together.
Well,
Uh,
it's big enough. Now.
So like with that argument, I feel like we would all know who snores.
I got a
Here's what I will give you.
23.
Everyone as a group
Uh-huh.
can make me a history check.
Oh, I can
Okay.
do that. I spoke a little too soon. I think I only got 21.
Kronk has no idea.
Is it me?
Well,
That horrible
21.
realization. Yeah.
That was natural.
15.
24.
18.
Did anyone? We'll start with this. Raise your hand if you got above a 5. Lisa. Who got above a 10? Above a 15.
Above or like right on it?
Above a 15. Above a 20. Above a 25. Okay. Jim and Morph. Morph, you think you remember that Jim snores. If not loud, but Jim would be the one.
Can we silence him somehow?
Did you know the spell silence?
No, but I can
Didn't you know
there's
the spell
tape that you can
silence?
put on people's noses to prevent snoring.
You do know
Like,
that. Does
yes,
Morph know that?
If I stick my head
God,
in,
silver snore.
if I stick my
Silver's
head
a cyborg. He can just turn off at night, basically.
No, he can't.
Yeah, well, like,
He's
to that
cyborg.
extent.
He's only part.
Okay.
Can
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
hey, besides the point, I'll just stick my head in the bag of holding.
And then you run out of air in 10 minutes.
Then after like, Jim. Jim? Jim?
Actually, never mind. I like this plan.
Hey, hold on. This is a good plan.
She'll just cast Revivify on me.
Oh my gosh. That only works
Every
within a
11 minutes, like, oh wait, I think this one actually got him. Got him.
Okay, but didn't you know silence?
That was before I had to change
Before
my class.
we had to
Okay.
change to make sure it was all kosher.
Okay, I'm just gonna check Galder's tower to make sure. I'm pretty sure it does have verbal, but in case I'm extraordinarily lucky, which would defy everything.
Galder Shower does.
Yeah, verbal.
Is it worth it though?
How much protection does the tower give us?
Nobody can get in unless
Yeah,
I let
that's
them.
pretty good.
And
Yeah.
I mean, if
It takes 10 minutes,
Jim
though.
would be making noise
Form.
anyway, then like we may as well just have the tower, right?
Make a little bit of noise while making a tower.
Versus having someone snoring all
Yeah,
night.
that's
And
what
we
I
can
think
make sure we have a really
So
good
can we
guard
have
out
someone cause a
before.
distraction somewhere else because
No.
I don't want to.
Just
If it's verbal,
I mean, you can just whisper really quietly.
You can whisper.
and we'll just make sure.
I will
whoever's
warn you guys.
coming-
It takes 10 minutes. The message. It takes 10 minutes.
Hey,
guys.
fun fact.
Could she message
You've got
the verbal components?
Warcaster, correct?
I do.
Oh crap! Yeah, that might change things.
The checkout make will be at disadvantage because it won't be perfectly silent. There will at some point be enough of a like noise, but yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Wait.
down.
Let me double check Warcaster.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start casting it.
Is that a noise in it? I love that we're being so quiet, and so I'm checking
Can
the
we
like
do our
audio.
next session full quiet place, like none of us makes any noise?
And we
Might
just
have
IRL.
to. You might have to.
That'd be really
gosh.
fun.
I'll be the only one.
We might
Just
have to, like,
I'll say.
We
Yeah,
have the
everyone
narrator in
Facebook
our heads
Messenger
somehow.
On Facebook Messenger, everyone messaging. Here's what I will say, Morph.
Warcaster only has to deal with somatic components.
Okay.
Interesting. Very interesting, actually.
I'm not sure if that's a good interesting or a bad.
As I rolled 2 natural ones.
Ah!
This was at disadvantage to, possibly perceive you. Which is wow. Morph after 10 minutes. Appearing, not making so much a sound as almost that like a little bit of vibration.
In the spell, I would have specified oiled hinges. Oiled hinges.
Oil can.
The whole
Why?
door is just like dripping.
It does not creak.
One oily boy. As the door.
Just oiled hinges.
Ew. The tower's been made. Well done. I will give you all long rest.
Ooh,
Finally,
I
it's been
needed
3
one.
planes of hell before we've been able to
Yeah, I
get
know.
long rest.
Before I go to sleep,
Oh, that was so
can
sketchy.
I go up to like the top floor and just like look from like a higher vantage
Perception
point?
check. Yeah. I mean, it is a higher band.
Very
So-
quietly.
Yeah.
You said Jim was on the cusp of leveling up last night.
Yes.
Last time. So.
Maybe.
Oh, he hasn't ended the
We
session.
still have a
He
few
never
more,
tells us
few
until
more
after
minutes
the end of
left
the session.
before I know where the session could end. There's always
So we take watch.
You do take a long rest, though. Correct.
We don't actually need to take
Watches.
in here.
We can just
I-
make sure we do really good perception before we walk out the door.
Here's Mr. Incredible.
Yeah.
books stretch out farther than you know where they might head. Every so often, I'll say you can spend a bit of time here. Something moves in the shadows, in the mist and dust. It's not fast, but it is completely mobile.
How big is it?
Your eyes could be deceiving you. Could be something large. Or is it just because it's far away?
Okay.
With the long rest, all of you waking up again very quietly.
Before I would have gone to sleep, I would have put 2 spells in my diamond. I have a 6th and I have an 8th level spell. I do not have a 7th, and I do not have a 9th, and I do not have a 5th. So I'm only putting those 2 levels. 6th level Sunbeam and a 8th level Crown of Stars.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we mentioned tinkering with my gun to like make it at least hold some spell if possible, because I've done it with the board.
Yeah.
So could I try that?
Make me a Tinker Tools check. Because the Arcana's already there. You don't have to make any checks for like Arcana stuff. A lot of that's already you're beating in what we would call like passive Arcanas.
Rip.
What'd you get?
Plus 11, so 13.
13. I mean,
Oh my
it
gosh.
might stay on unless you fire it too much. Like, it's because again, and like trying to like lightly enchant a gem to like just give the magical effect to the gun.
By the way,
It's rough where it's like it's like it might work
16 for spells.
maybe, but then there's
Might
also the
even
very
have
good chance of
16
but how
gems
long
for
would it
If I even
last?
get just like 5 or 6 uses out of it, that's okay.
Yeah,
It's better than nothing.
it's better than
I
nothing.
appreciate that
Um,
so much. She hated them.
Finishing up the long rest, all of you wake up and you're
We're friends
with this library.
I'm scared.
I will say this, Mr. Incredible, you know this because you were kind of looking out last night. You didn't move, like, thankfully there's no, like, crazy shenanery of, like, oh no, we're in a different part of the library. Like, the books all still look the same. What would you all like to do?
Okay. I'm going to message everybody. This is where we do the research to find out further ingredients for the demise of our pain in the butt.
You got a good point.
That's a good point.
But
Here's
how do we know how to work the library?
One, two, yeah, like, how do we work the library? And, yes, Jasmine's question.
so just a quick situational awareness thing. Now that we're in the tower, like, did Raja show up again?
Yeah, like
That's
we're
a good question.
Because he's
It's
been
been a
gone
couple
for
layers.
3 layers.
He's still gone?
We're just gone.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no.
He dipped out of the court systems and he hasn't been back since.
Can I,
What's the
like,
support systems?
call for him? Like,
How would you do that? You are in the tower. I will not be mean
Yeah.
and say, like, there's enough insulation in the tower. It's like if you're speaking kind of like gentle, low levels, nothing.
The tower is
Screaming,
technically
even though
an
I'm talking louder right
extra-dimensional
now.
space, so
It's something that, like,
Yeah.
sound really isn't going to escape. You can call for him.
Raja?
Nothing.
If there's no answer, I might try to pronounce the other name he gave me. I don't know. Do I have to, like, make a check to see if I can pronounce it?
You can't. I'm just gonna say.
Summon greater demon.
I'm not a spellcaster.
I could.
Okay.
I mean, if you really wanted to, do we want to put a spell slot towards that though?
I wouldn't mind. I'm really honestly curious what happened to him.
You want
But
to?
it is Jasmine's thing, so
It's
like
your-
I can't do it unless I have.
Jasmine, well,
Can
and yeah,
I-
Jasmine, you know Morph's capability, but again, it's the.
Can I
dual
get
option.
Morph to message me really quickly? Like,
That little, like.
It's
Can
up.
I talk with
um.
Hook?
Yeah, you can.
I'll
So-
just be like,
First?
obviously
I'll wait till later
you had
because I wanna
some
do
Yeah,
this
that's
legitimate
fair, that's fair.
respect
This
coming-
is gonna be fun.
You knew about a wish at the end, that kind of thing.
Yes.
What do you know about this layer?
Oh, I do
Seven?
not like that sound.
Seventh Layer of Hell is one demon's void, as far as I know. You have the layers, each with their own prizes Makes sense. This is being a library. I could only assume, though, as we were told to stay quiet, we might not like what happens when we're loud, but that's as much as I know. I only really knew of the schismatic wishes from the Fae and Fairy,
That makes sense.
and that it could mirror in demonic.
Cool.
So,
Jasmine, sorry, because you were talking with Morph. Yes, Jasmine.
sorry. Okay, so I'm bringing you in because I want to do a slightly sneaky thing with Morph, where I'm basically saying, hey, and I might have to roll deception for this, but it's not like, you know, like in that last layer, like, you know, demons are yelling all sorts of stuff. I heard like something about them. You speak a bunch of demonic languages, right? Like, could you translate something for me?
Of course I could. Not entirely. I'll try.
So I'm gonna try and like,
Pronounce.
without telling Morph that this is like, oh, I overheard this word, and
Yeah,
can
that's
you like
fair,
tell me
that's
what it means?
Yeah.
If Morph can't do it, I also speak.
Here's
Abyssal.
Morph. Give me a pure intelligence check. No real proficiency.
Do I
in it.
get any advantage?
It's just. What's your smarts kind of vibe?
Well, I rolled a natural 10, and I have a max of +5 on intelligence, so a 15.
15. Definitely abyssal in nature, more demonic than devilish. Seems like an action verb, like something that would be like conjugated, you know, in different
Could
forms.
I go through my spellbook a little bit and reference that a little to try and give myself that
I'll say that would
action?
be like with the spellbook right now of starting this, and again, because you don't know if Jasmine's pronouncing it the right way.
Can you try a couple other pronunciations?
Gosh, I hate that. Words
Well,
are wise.
I'm going
Your
to-
demon seems like Jim and
I am
Bob
going
and
to ask
Joe,
her,
right?
try a couple other pronunciations, or can you write it down?
You're right. Do you think you would be able to write it?
I could try, and I could definitely try.
Give me a
to
history check with disadvantage to write it.
Again, even just trying different
You're
pronunciations.
trying to again. Abyssal is a language so much of the voice and the throat and the oral tradition. It's hard to just like immediately translate it, and what's translated sometimes is a more glyph form. It's not a perfect language.
15 is the lower roll.
15 is a low roll, not bad.
Pretty good.
You get enough that it's not much golfing now, but there would be further checks I will allow to make in the future.
Okay. Let me think on this.
Okay. Here's just something else maybe someone else should be aware of. Rasha still hasn't come back, and I kept just kind of expecting him to show up when we were, you know, out of all the sticky situations, but he's not here.
Do you know why he wouldn't be here? Like, did something happen to him? Did he break a rule?
Last time he disappeared, didn't we almost get...
I'm still just messaging.
It's.
I know, but I'm asking a question. Last time he
Oh, I
disappeared, didn't... we
Can I make
almost
like an
get killed
insight
by, like,
on
the
why
Red
he wouldn't
King?
be here?
Yeah, if you want to make an insight check.
Okay.
I know, but last time he disappeared for a span of time.
It's
it was when
25.
He made the deal with the queen.
I will say, even on 25, there's so many reasons why it
Yeah,
could be here. Did
I
he get
figured.
lost? Did he get taken? Did he get... It's hard to tell
In
when
the
you don't
plains
know
of
much about
literal chaos with a completely chaotic being, you think I can guess why he's not
And
here?
well, he seems to have been a member of the family for a hot second, so I was hoping.
Yeah,
Well,
well, for most of that
question.
time I thought he was literally just a tiger, so it's not like I
Yeah,
know
that's
him
fair.
that well.
I can try something. I don't know how much Raja or you would like this. I am going to suggest that I can try and summon him. I don't know if he's too powerful for me to summon, but I can give it a shot.
The last time you summoned a demon. I'm just gonna say her track record.
Okay, you know what? This might be the point where I feel like I
I've seen
should
the
get everyone
repercussions.
else in on this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
keep
might
it
kind
going.
of call a party meeting really fast.
Excuse me.
And basically say, so, Racha still hasn't shown back up, and I don't know why. Morph said she might be able to summon him, and it might be that type of situation of we at least want to know what he's up to, right?
I mean, ultimately, he's your demon friend, not ours.
Okay.
That's actually very fair. Hook would agree in that, like, it's a demon tiger.
I
He
we
could
could
have
do it.
really valuable knowledge.
Yep, and we could do it now, or we could do it in the next layer when we can probably talk more. I mean, you know, it's gonna be a question of are you gonna do it now or are you gonna do it later?
We do still have the
Well,
tower. Will be here for
Just
a long time. It lasts 24 hours, so we could even just talk in here. I'm just saying this might be the safest place in hell to do it. In this tower, I don't know.
yeah, just putting this out there. I feel like he hasn't really ever helped us.
Also true.
Yes,
He's
but my
always-
concern is then what is he doing if he's not with us?
Oh, I mean, he hasn't ever hurt us either, has he? I
He
mean,
tried
okay,
to sell
did
us to
trick
the Red
into-
Queen.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. And see, that ultimately worked out in
Doesn't
our
he have,
favor,
like, a
and
history
yet
of
it
betrayal?
also worked out in Hades' favor because we killed the Devil
Yeah.
Lord.
The like she's is it a he or she?
Raja?
Yeah. He's tried to give us a lot of valuable information now. Like,
That's
he really has. And he knows about the layers.
So it could be helpful to us to have him, and it also could be helpful for him to not be somewhere else.
Yeah, and we've also kind of been in the constant presence of demon lords since the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
What's up?
What if you thought about like the book that you want to find and you looked at the compass? Would it tell you where to go in the library?
Oh.
Can I borrow your carpet?
No, you can ride on it with me.
Oh, fair enough.
Can I hitch a ride
I
too,
let
and
you
we
borrow my compass.
can revisit?
But like you were always right there with me.
No.
You never just gave me the
The
compass.
only time, well, with the exception when Mr. Incredible had to go to Island.
Okay, but that was he gave it to Bob, not me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Cool.
Can I hitch a ride too?
I mean, you can fly.
Uh,
Do you guys want to fly
I
off
know,
into
but
the
it's a lot
library?
of work.
To the library!
Hang on. So, what was the
Wait, oh,
consensus?
yeah.
Like by a show of hands
Want-
voting, who wants us
I would
to
like
summon
to
Raja
take
now?
a rest.
Oh, you already
We
took the
already
one.
We are.
Oh,
Yes,
we've
yes.
already woken
Yeah,
up.
Yes, this is-
Oh, okay.
So, that's important to, yeah.
That's
after.
important to know. Why don't we, if we're gonna summon Raja, why don't we do that first before we venture out into the library and potentially get hurt?
That's a good point.
She
Alright.
makes a good point.
Morph, do you do the blood ritual?
It's up to her. I'm not gonna
Jasmine,
do
you
it without
the
your permission because this is kind of your
Okay,
demon.
okay.
I kind of feel like I'd be
Put
stealing
the
your
choice in
pet
Jasmine's hand.
or stealing a family member. That I don't want to do that. I don't know.
What exactly are the implications of this
I don't want
spell?
to do.
Well, she
I just-
claims the last one as her son.
Was
I
it an
mean,
adoption
no.
ritual?
No.
Alright, do you
Okay,
want
Flint is
more?
special because I brought him to life,
The world
but that
building
wasn't
consequences
supposed
of
to
adopting
happen.
demons.
Anyway, my point is,
She claims the last
I
one
do
as her
have
son.
a
It might be
measure
little
of
off.
control over him if I do summon him through this spell. I
If it
can
even
promise
works.
you, I can swear any oath you want that I will only issue commands that you want me to. But that still is, you have to trust me to do that. So I don't want to do this spell without your full consent.
Honestly, do we need him?
There's a point where he has a lot of valuable information that if he's willing to share it,
If
It
he
could
still
really
hasn't shown up by the next layer, then summon him.
Sounds good.
Would you like to carpet ride with the compass?
Oh no!
Silently,
You are the right
as like
dude.
dead silence, you're like,
We have a message chain going where we're all singing it together.
Why are we singing it? It doesn't exist.
Look at
It's
this.
That's true. That's true.
The song is never
I
been
you can
written.
open your eyes, shining, shimmering, splendid.
No, that's
It's
so-
completely dark in here.
Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
Jim is here singing it.
But if my heart decide you'd be dead.
Jim, got a magical compass. What's your heart desire? What would you like to find? What do you truly want here?
I just first I want to figure out if it works. So
Okay, a tester.
I want a book on everything that has to do with making a new board.
Yes!
The construction of one solar board.
I will say that's probably what he most wants right now.
Jim. Compass seems to turn a little bit. Again, right now it's been pointing, it kind of shifts every so
Beyond
often
the
as like.
calligraphy section, construction is not too far away.
Seems to stop. As you travel, minutes pass.
question, who's on the carpet?
I think right now it's Jasmine, Jim, and Morph.
Yeah, I guess I'm happy to stay behind and keep the hold the fort.
Hook's
I
gonna hold
also
for it just
have-
because like there's already 2 humanoids on carpet.
Yeah. I'm happy to work on my sling that I haven't worked on in a while. Maybe Cook can help me.
Hey, yeah.
If you want to make spinach puffs, I bet there's stuff here.
There
I
might
could
be.
use a little kitchen therapy.
Yeah.
Probably all the spinach puffs look like he's my. Yeah, smash him down. Try him again. Oh no, that's her face. No. Yeah,
Exactly.
cooking
I guess that's
therapy. It is
therapeutic
real.
to
It is
punch
real.
Yzma's face.
Jim, as you fly though, after about a half hour, you reach what seems to be an intersection. Wide intersection. Looking down, the compass seems now to be pointing to the left,
Okay.
which as you follow, takes you down to a new set of rows, ducks in after how many, you kind of lose track of how many hundreds you pass. Eventually, you find your way as suddenly the compass kind of doubles back, stops with carpet, again, messaging with Jasmine, keeping it all very quiet, until finding close enough by, not too far above or below, what seems to be a much more futuristic looking book. Again, lovely chrome lining. This actually might be like a hollow book. It doesn't seem to like have much pages, but like a
I'm
tempered
just
glass.
gonna read the
Noise, it might make
edge.
noise, yeah, if you
I'm
open
not
it.
gonna open it. I'm just gonna read the edge.
The edge in the construction of solar boards is what it reads.
Cool. And then I'm gonna check books around it, see if there's anything else that catches my eye.
Around this, construction of surfboards, construction of boats, construction of other watercraft.
Okay. I'm just gonna take the solar board book and put it on carpet. I'm gonna it's still in the library.
Okay.
Might check it out.
Okay.
Might check this book out.
And Jasmine, you can see as well. It's not like hard to read the side, so it's like you both and Morph too.
I'm
Like
just
all
being
three.
very careful, and I'm gonna let everyone know I'm being very careful not to steal anything because I feel like that's gonna cause problems.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, anyways, cool. It works. So, I'm gonna just think of making a god mortal.
Is that what your heart desires?
Yeah.
Love that you looked at the board when you said that. Yeah.
I'm tempted to do that or free the hydras.
Free, whatever that means.
Oh,
That's for another group too.
Oh,
For
the
another
poor
group.
hydras.
Free the hydras. Alrighty, Jim.
But again, if they're stomping around causing chaos, that's fewer
I'm
people
pulling up
whose
the
attention is
document
not on
here.
us.
That's true, that's true.
Because
I'm
this
just
is
worried
a
about the
secret
other
locked file
three
that I
things.
keep under lock and key.
I know. I mean,
Jim,
Flint is on death's door.
Jasmine,
We can find him.
That's true,
Morph.
that's true. Yes.
You take off again. The compass immediately points you back, kind of to where the big entry hallway, that long stretch was.
Okay.
Once getting there, it points you to the right,
Wait.
kind of like back where you
So,
came. Is immediately.
I understand where the compass is going to take me, but I also understand that we very well could be watched at this moment.
Oh, that's true.
So I am not actually going to go to the book. I'm just going to figure out where it's at and just keep moving. As though...
Can you message that to us so we understand?
Yes.
Thank you.
When.
Well, you guys are out of range for sure.
Oh, that's true.
Take a point of inspiration.
Nice.
Ooh, so something bad was gonna
That
happen.
was so good, Braxton.
You've learned.
We
He's
are being
learning.
watched at all times here.
Always.
So
Always.
I just...
Inspiration do?
A point is, it's like a free reroll.
Oh, for
one
any
time-
roll.
Something.
Okay.
I'm very. I don't want to say like judicious when handing back.
You're
It's
pretty
like
stinted.
it's. I feel like it's for really cool. Really, just like I'm using pure intellect or pure. I could do this, and it's like, yeah, no way, right?
Like
Um,
when there was one given to you at one point when you
Throwing
figured
a
out there
rock.
was a dome
Yeah.
over the city. I got one because I destroyed like the entire building.
I got
In
one
one
by
go.
turning into a car. That was
Yeah,
amazing.
That was fun.
That was pretty good because I
That
was.
was so much fun.
He's still angry about that.
I will just tell you time wise.
Okay, so I assume things are sorted alphabetically here.
About like it seemed close enough. You were in a C section of construction of watercraft and so.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go to like that section of books, but I'm gonna grab How to Kill a Gnome off the shelf.
Here's what I will say.
How to
Because
kill a
something's
mockingbird.
interesting. As you fly, 15 minutes pass. 30, 45, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours pass. Flying very fast. Carpet is the
You have
best
something,
mode of
don't
transportation you could have picked. I mean,
You
save
have
it be
any
like
way of
Kronk
contacting
with
the
like, you
people?
know,
I have
using your
Gallus
magic to
speedy
run.
courier,
It's that same level of like just on carpet or just
Which
Kronk
actually
running.
I totally can use.
As you run through, eventually you realize you are maybe beyond what would be alphabetized as books here seem to be a mixture of book,
Galder Speedy Courier is only a
scroll,
3rd level spell.
stone, but like old, ancient knowledge.
Okay, so in
You
that case, then I'm just gonna like act like I'm going somewhere else, but I'm gonna follow the compass until I know where it's
You
at.
follow the compass until you find words written in abyssal. Morph, you can read them above this hallway.
Okay.
It is written forbidden knowledge.
We're going
I
there.
am messaging that to everyone else, and I'm going to, before we go
This
through
is
the
where the
archway,
stealing happens.
I can send a message
Good thing we
via
got a couple
Galder
of roving
Speedy
rogues.
Courier to the rest of our group. And it's only a 3rd level spell slot because we're on the same plane of existence as the people receiving it finally.
You could
No
go
more 8th level spells.
We're just gonna make sure the group knows that we're
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I think. Oh, I'm not even there. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'll
so-
say my thought later.
I'm
Okay.
going to write a quick message, just saying, hey, we're going into the forbidden knowledge section of the library, apparently. Not going to say why because I don't know what is watching.
Yeah.
And just say, okay, we'll be back eventually.
Because yeah,
Send it
Kronk,
off.
Thumbelina, and Mr. Incredible, hours have passed. You see like Hook's kind of pacing.
And I'm
Just should they
sending
have
it
been back by now?
specifically to
Do we know
Thumbelina.
if something's wrong? We would have known
Oh,
something's
you
wrong.
should
We would have
be
heard
back.
something.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I've like made a makeshift home gym.
Kronk, Spinch
You
Buff's
break
number in
my
the thousands.
tower,
Um,
bye.
just keeps making
Stress baking.
stress
It costs
making.
20,000 gold
um,
pieces.
As Thumbelina, you notice again as not totally preoccupied or too anxious, like maybe some people are. The small little
Stumbling
chest
at
appears.
the stair.
Oh,
Thumbelina, so you can read this message that they have found this area that they're going. They don't know what they're going to find, but that they're okay. So you guys do know that information.
You can send a reply, right?
Yeah, you can send over a reply if you
Mhm.
want.
Oh, okay. What do you want to say?
Sounds good. Love you. See you soon.
See you soon. Hey,
Drive safe.
on the way back, can you pick me up? No. You could say, Thumbelina, this is even when you could just like pose a question back, or just like if you guys have anything
Send
to
a
be like,
message
oh,
to
I'll send-
Look, be like, this time I'm going out for milk.
I'll send one more thing in there.
Oh!
I'm kidding.
Delicious face!
So before we send it off, I do want to ask them, hey, do they have a copy of today's newspaper from up above?
Oh, that's a good question.
What? I'm
So
not listening.
in the reply, I'm gonna write, do they have a copy of today's newspaper from up above?
They might.
I'm gonna put in there.
That's
I
really
might
smart.
mention like if you need something to move away to be transported quickly, send it here again.
like because you
Yeah.
could Gaulish Spear carry back just to them.
Okay.
You can send that, so you guys now know. Also, it's like, oh, we can send it back to them. Or
Today's
The newspaper thing too is important. Kronk, was there anything you want to send off? Hook wouldn't have said anything besides just that, okay, good to know, be safe.
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
Can't think of
You should
anything.
send them to Spinach Puff.
Right, I want to send some back from for the road. It's
Oh,
been
this
some
is-
hours.
oh.
Sweet!
So,
You guys open up the chest. Jim, Jasmine, Morph, see these notes. You read this, and some Spanish puffs.
Okay.
Their lovely little aroma fills your mouth.
This
So-
time they're not poisoned, right?
They're not poisoned.
so, what I want to do,
Flying through, starting to scout out.
I'm going to have my familiar.
Okay.
I'm going to cast invisibility on my familiar.
Okay.
I'm going to, well, first I'm going to take the bag of holding and put it on my familiar.
Okay.
To get the book in the back holding.
And so I'm going to cast invisibility on my familiar while it has the bag of holding on, so the bag of holding is invisible as well, because it's anything it's wearing. I'm then going to have my invisible mage hand go with my familiar, and they are going to get the scroll that we want, while we go off somewhere else and pull something else off the shelf.
This is really smart.
That's why I gave that point earlier, because I did. When you realize this, there's a plan. Jim, Jasmine, and Morph.
Yes.
Flying through. After a moment, you seem your eyes looking through, but without even need of the compass. There is a black leather tome sitting in a small paneling, kind of diagonally outward, away from the shelves.
It's displayed. Can we read the cover, or it like
Well,
is it in a language
we're acting like we
There
don't
is
see it.
there's
Oh, yeah,
no
that's fine.
writing on the cover. There's no writing on the spine. The pages seemed yellow and brown, older than time. The leather of some unknown animal, maybe lost to history, or something too cursed to say.
Gotcha. I'm going to look for a book that says something about killing greater demons or summoning demon lords or something like that, so that it's like, oh, this is still something very big that they're looking for, but
Make me an
kind of.
investigation check around this forbidden knowledge. There's a lot of stuff here.
Okay.
This
That
isn't
is
full
a
alphabetical
23.
either. 23.
I can have my familiar appear in any space
Yep.
I can see. And so I will have them appear inside the case. And whatever they need to do, I have sleight of hand a billion.
It's going to be a sleight of hand. Morph, on a 23, you have found forbidden knowledge.
Can I have
You're giving it to
advantage
me.
because my team is helping me
Distract?
sell this
Uh-huh,
point?
uh-huh.
Morph,
Yes.
here's some of the knowledge you're about to find.
Sorry.
You're so giddy about forbidden knowledge.
Yes, it would be. I'm excited. I'm ready.
How to kill a fairy. Is what catches your eye immediately.
Okay.
Forbidden knowledge.
Anything else?
I mean,
You wanna
if you
keep
really want to
looking?
know how to kill a fairy, who knows better than a fairy?
I would
I
like
mean,
to keep
you're not
looking
dead, are you?
Because then I look like a traitor.
You want to find some other forbidden knowledge?
You know what?
Yes, Jasmine.
Oh.
I'm not sure if this would be in the forbidden knowledge section. Like, maybe I should have checked a more general section. But is there some sort of history where I can look back at, like, the history of Asmodeus, or like events that would have been related to whatever?
Happened with your mom?
Yeah.
Might be the current events. I mean,
Oh,
if
that's
you're looking
really
for a
clever.
place with a newspaper, it might be in some record.
So, like, what do I roll? Is this investigation?
Yes.
So, do I have advantage because they're helping me sell this as we're looking?
Pure, just flat.
Okay.
Advantages and disadvantage kind of come together in this moment. Of
That's a
what-
nat 20.
Okay.
Oh, girl, yes.
Okay. So, at a base, that is a 29.
Jasmine and Morph, as you look behind, again, just kind of, the book already seems gone.
Cool. I'm just gonna keep.
You keep looking. Jasmine, there has to be a Hall of Records. This is more than just a library. I mean, having a section just on forbidden knowledge must denote its existence. If you were to use the compass, you could probably find it, if that's what your heart desires.
Guys. Oh, no, I'm not. I don't speak out loud because that's stupid. We're not supposed to speak out loud.
Morph,
Do I need to do another investigation check?
please do.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I would have my familiar return to me. Do I? Because I can see through my familiar's eyes. Do I know we got it?
You've got the book.
Okay.
26. Morph. The properties dissections and uses of changelings.
I am taking that. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Can I sort of nudge Jim to get you to message me?
Yeah. What's up?
Can we look for the Hall of Records?
On it.
Properties,
Okay.
dissections, and uses of changelings?
Okay.
Did you want to keep looking for forbidden
No,
knowledge?
I'm good now.
Okay.
Okay. So
Did you
I'm
take
gonna.
the book on killing fairies? Because you could have.
I think I would,
Yeah.
just because I also want to know how to protect.
That could
So,
be good knowledge.
As soon as we get
Exactly.
that, I'm going to be like, we're good. Make it seem like that's what we came for, and then we're gonna go.
Okay.
Oh, this is so dark. I was not prepared. This is scary.
Jim, you can kind of like palm the compass for Jasmine. Jasmine, you can use it.
I'll just hand it to her.
You start flying back the opposite direction, back where you know your friends are, as it leads you that way. An hour passes, 2 hours pass. You know you'd be about that hour left internally from getting back to your friends, and the compass leads you down a new hall. Newspapers, stone tablets, and even what seemed to be digital record are everywhere. Jasmine, what are you looking for?
I'm not sure how the organizational system works, but I'll start with anything
Well, you got
that's
something that
way
finds
out
what you're
Oh
looking
yeah.
for.
Well, okay. So I'm looking for anything to do with Asmodeus in the right time frame to be like what would relate back to what exactly happened with my family and Hell.
Stone tablet.
Okay.
Morph, you can help read this,
Okay, I'm gonna message
as it is
to
an
her.
abyssal.
What does it say?
Lord Asmodeus has taken a new queen.
That's it. There's like no
I read
context or other.
No
exactly that.
context. It has an old date that you have no clue how it could line up with our time.
That's fair. I'm going to
Jasmine, you
say
have
it to
a
her anyway,
horrible
just in
idea
case.
of when it could
Yeah.
line up. Like, no need to check. It's like,
But
whereas
so like there's no actual information about the
There's no
events leading up to
information.
that.
there's nothing here. Simply that it was announced. Morph, through this, it looks like almost like a proclamation type tablet. Something sent off very quickly throughout in a record sense.
I'm going to message her. Maybe there were pieces written about this, like maybe people reacted to the new.
Well, that's unhelpful. I'm just going to sort of dejectedly give Jim back the compass because Mr. Incredible asked us to look for something as well, but I'm not into it, so I'm like, you get the compass back.
Okay.
That's fair.
I'm going to want to. Well, first of all,
That was close.
I want to make sure I have everything. Like, well, actually no, because my familiar goes to its own demi-plane when it's unsummoned. So I'm just not going to have my familiar around. So it's on some demi-plane that it can't be located on.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. Oh, I don't like the rolls he's making.
Yeah, he's doing that to throw us off.
Sure.
Do you look for a newspaper for Mr. Incredible yet? These are a hall of records. This
Yeah.
will be the place.
Yeah, we'll grab newspapers from the past week.
From the past week. What should I give you guys?
This is gonna hurt.
Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead.
No.
Everyone, including everyone else, is dead.
It sucks.
The mortal plane has been carpet bombed via nuclear annihilation.
Fairly close, actually.
That's not good.
Yeah.
The destruction of the countries of Agrabah and the destruction of the countries of the Dwarven kingdoms
Okay, it was just the dwarves.
are some of the last things.
Okay.
Of course, there is information about the destruction of Corona.
Oh, cool.
Here's what you see.
I think we have it good down here, honestly.
On the 18th day of Mechanic, Sumani City put out the following title: Further Destruction and Chaos. As the countries of Germany, Neverland, and Seporia have been destroyed by draconic fire and ash.
Even the ash was destructive.
Princess Snow White urges calm in Sumani and faith in the guard. Noted socialite Cruella de Vil urges martial law from the Council of Princess in the protection of Sumani. This coming at the continued bounties placed upon the armies of the former Mr. Incredible, wanted for questioning. The other newspapers you find. In other news, mogul tycoon Chef Renard Skinner combines company with one Cruella de Vil. In press conference, Skinner said, and quote, "I could not be happier with this change for the better."
Eve, doesn't seem like that great of a guy.
I have a question for you, August.
Yes.
Did the newspaper make any crinkling sound? Did the stone tablet make any grinding sound?
You've been very careful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to make you make checks unless you do something, say, like I would do
So then
something
can I
accidental.
do a history check instead? When we first arrived, we were very careful not to make any verbal sounds. But
Yeah.
we must have made some sort of scuffling noises or something when we arrived, yeah? Could I do some sort of history check? Can I remember, did anything seem to notice us making sounds just in general? Or is it voices that this creature is drawn to?
Go for it.
Be nice.
take-
That's a 23.
23. It could just be voices, as there's always natural sound of things settling, things
Right.
moving. There's
Especially
always
if this is a library that is very old, I imagine.
I take a coin.
Wait, he's doing something.
This whole session just keeps reminding me of that like meme you sent me earlier with the puzzle and the.
But you see, more thinking about it, it's been quiet for a long time where you are.
Yes.
Too quiet.
I take
Okay,
a
I'm
coin.
messaging you right now. Do not do anything. I think something is watching us right now. Please, can you guys see anything in the mist?
Put the coin back.
Thank you.
I roll a perception check.
Roll me a perception
Can I
check.
do an investigation check?
Yes, you may.
Can I also
Thank
do
you.
perception?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, it's not great.
That is a good number.
27. Sorry, 17.
17.
25.
25.
13.
Jim and Morph. Something's behind you.
Behind us. Just message.
Stretching across the bookshelves. No noise. Tentacles each on every bookshelf. Small spectacles slowly
I knew it. I
Moving.
knew it.
Monsters, you technically.
across every shelf. Settling down by you. Looking as there is shape, but not recognition. You hear. Boy, it sucked if she found us! Appearing from
Freaking
invisibility.
pain and panic.
Pain appears.
Oh.
Gives you guys a little flip off.
Wait,
Disappears.
could I have made an attack action while he was there?
That's where we're going to end tonight's
I
session.
can't be surprised.
Thank you so much, everyone,
I
for
can't be
playing.
surprised.
Thank
I
you
should
all
get
for
a-
watching.
Oh
We
my
will see you all
gosh.
next time.
I should get a tag on it because I can't be surprised.